Hey, we're live, brother.
We are.
We
there.
are live.
Queens Joe, if you're here, we're live.
Nobody's here yet. There's nobody here yet.
That's okay. He'll be here in a second.
It's our first time going live. If you're rewatching like the replay, sorry, this is our first time going live. We're checking it out. We're trying to make it work. So if the camera sucks or the microphone sucks, our first time using it. We don't have a microphone. We're just using the actual computer. So I'm Baker from Blue Eye Morphs. Obviously, this is my channel. This is Rob from RACR Reptiles. You want to tell them about your channel quickly?
Rob, RACR Reptiles. I breed ball pythons with my son, Cam. Unfortunately, Cam's in Florida. I'm in New York working. And because of situations, I moved my entire collection with me so my wife wouldn't have to take care of it while I'm gone.
Which we'll get into that in a second. But as usual, I'm going to plug my Instagram channel, blue_line_morphs. Rob's got RACR Reptiles. We post on there daily. We go there live daily. Not daily. We go there live often. And this is our first time doing it live here. So we're going to get into a few things. I guess today we're just going to talk about like just the ball python community, how we met each other, how we got,
What's up, Joe?
Beers are right here, bro. Montauk. I say Montauk.
Montauk.
Montauk. I'm teaching him how to turn O's into AWs like
dogs.
So my dog is right there laying down. Every morning, Rob and I have coffee. That's what we do. We go for a walk. It is what it is. Anyway, so we thought we'd just talk about like the community, like how him and I met and how it went from some random redneck from Florida wanting to go live on Instagram to living in my basement working in a hospital in the Bronx. Oh, my little brother's there. Saul's here. What's up, guys?
Nice. What's up, Saul?
So, long story short, like I was trying to go live on Instagram for the first time just to like check it out and see what was going on. I was like, one day I got home late from work and I was cleaning my tubs out. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna set up and go live and just like talk to people and see what it's all about. Yeah, Brooklyn needs to extend, I guess. What's up, Golden?
Exactly.
What's going on, Golden? So I decided just to go live. And I guess I never tried it before. He clicked the button to go live with me, and he popped up. At the time, he had a big bushy beard. He had to shave it because of the, what do you call them, the PPEs or whatever, the mask.
N95 mask for where it work.
So he went live with me. We were bullshit. We started drinking. We ended up going live for like 2 hours that night. We were showing the snakes off. We just bullshit. Then we went live a few more times, right? And then we ended up exchanging phone numbers because we're creepy. And then we texted back and forth to try to go live often just to like, drink some beers and shit. And then eventually we ended up meeting Porter Pythons, Mike and Porter, and then Mike from Redline Pythons. And then, of course, Saul's in here now. And we have a group text for all of us. And we talk, I would say daily. We send each other snakes daily. Mainly it's us just talking shit to each other, which it is what it is. It is what it is. But I think it's phenomenal, though, that you can literally meet people on social media that breed ball pythons or keep ball pythons. And I know I've covered this before. And then all of a sudden they become like your buddies. Like you're sitting in your basement right now with 40 snakes behind you and, you know what I mean, going live on YouTube. And like 3-4 months ago, I had no idea who Rob was.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Just works out that way.
Yeah, so you want to tell them a little bit about why you're here?
Yeah, for those of you that do not know me from my channel, I breed ball pythons with my son, but by night, I'm a registered nurse. I work in an ER. And
it's not my sticker. Okay, go ahead. Mine are upstairs. I'm still going to send mine out. I'm a piece of shit.
But with the pandemic hitting and New York being hit so hard, it's New York, right?
New York.
Yeah. New York being hit.
New York, how you doing?
Yeah. That's where nurses needed to be. And I was like, fuck, that's where I need to be. That's where I'm needed right now. I was already moving from Florida to Tennessee, and I was like, why don't I just take a detour, and head to New York and work for a while, because the nurses up here were getting killed, man. They were working 6-7 days a week. They weren't getting any breaks. And so I called a recruiter up, called a few of them, and the first one that worked to get me up here, I jumped on the chance, hit Baker up, said, hey, you got room? Because I need to come, but I need to bring my entire collection. I need to bring my entire rack.
Yeah, we're not kidding. There's 40 snakes behind us that weren't in my house a week ago.
And that's how it happened.
He had some road bumps, a couple things, some speed bumps that happened along the way. You head over to his channel after the live is over. And no problem, Kyle. So thanks for serving.
I appreciate it.
You head over to his channel after the live's done, of course. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. But he did a whole video on his experiences between hail, between snakes getting out, to warming snakes up, to us breaking down this ARS rack and bringing it in. So make sure you head over to his channel after this video. who see his story. I don't want him to tell his full story to rob his own channel. But you know what I wanted to get into? We have been fortunate enough to, there are like the heavy hitters in like the ball python community. Like I'll talk about 3 specifically. Actually, I want to talk about 5. I'm going to talk about Porter and like Redline. Like, so you have Porter Pythons, right, which is Mike Porter, and then you got Mike over from Redline. Oh, look, Mike's here. Mike, I wore this shirt for you. You know why? Because size matters, bud. All right, size matters. All right, you second responder, remember that. Size matters. So you keep talking shit for 3,000 miles away, bro. Anyway, so you talk like guys like Mike from Redline. So Redline Pythons. My understanding is, he used to breed. He's one of the old school breeders, one of the OGs, and he happened to get out of it for whatever reason, and he sold his entire collection to Miguel from Always Evolving. And now he's getting back into it, and like he's been purchasing a bunch of snakes. So Redline Pythons is probably going to take over the market the next 3 or 4 years. So I'm just happy to know him so that way he doesn't leave us behind.
Exactly.
Look, some guys is coming up. Somebody's wife's coming up. Nice. Thank her for her service, man. We need it. Trust me. Like the whole COVID thing, I did a whole video on the whole COVID thing, and not that we thought it was a joke, but we joke. We're cops. We're cops. We're sitting, special ops cops sitting in a room. We're talking shit. We're saying all this stuff, and then next thing you know, like I'm sick. It didn't flatline me. Like it literally did to some other people, but Rob's experiencing it like greatly. And you have all these guys coming up from Florida. Your wife's coming up. They're helping out the hospitals up here because New York really was a hub to get hit. So yeah, definitely thank guys like Rob. Definitely thank guys like your wife. So, but back on track. So yeah, long story short, we're really good friends with Mike Porter and then Mike from Redline, and these 2 guys are super experienced breeders, really cool dudes, and we talk to them every day, and they help us out with whatever bullshit question, in between when they're making fun of me for being a cop and sending donut memes and everything else. But yeah, so they're great dudes, and we have, as let's be honest, we're rookies, right? Yeah. It's our first year of breeding. Like he's got 3 eggs on my incubator. I have no eggs yet. I don't know what's going on with my snakes. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they were going through menopause. I have no idea. But regardless, I want to talk about the 3. I guess you could say the big wigs that we're like buddies, but we talk to often. You got Ozzy Boyd, Billy from Mutation Creation, and of course we actually talked to Miguel today. Like you have guys like Ozzy Boyd, and I talked for 2 hours the other night. You talked to me the other day about like rap reading, and these guys are absolute like gentlemen. For guys that actually like run the industry, for guys that make hundreds of thousands of dollars off these snakes, who create these not create these new genes, but they really pioneer the mixing the genes together and really put it into the market and control the market and control like our hobby. Not in the sense of controlling it like they're a dictatorship, but more or less just like without them, we wouldn't have these crazy morphs and these crazy combinations and so on. For them to take time out of their day to talk to us for 2 hours, like some schmuck in Shirley, you know what I mean? Like just hanging out talking and talking. And just taking the time to talk to us is just phenomenal. And then you had that one night, him and I went live, and we're talking, and Billy from Mutation Creation, which is another multi-million-dollar like ball python breeding company, is on vacation with his wife. He goes live with me for an hour and talks to me. Like for a guy to do that is just absolutely phenomenal. And then today, like obviously Rob's living with me now. I FaceTimed Redline, and Miguel's sitting on the couch and Always Evolving. We're sitting there talking to him, and you see that you see a guy like Miguel on YouTube or on Instagram, and everyone like people haters will say it's like a show or whatever. I'll tell you right now, just FaceTiming the guy like one-on-one with Mike, that's not a show. That's just who he is. He's just like a genuine good guy, fun-loving guy who wants to hang out and loves the snakes and is living his best life. And I feel like people are just jealous over that. But I only find that in a ball python community, a reptile community, like these people that are pioneers and they are the top, the top of the barrel where we hope to get. And for them to take time out for us, it just shows you how great this community is. Never mind like a guy from Florida coming up and then finding a guy like me to come live in his basement to come help, to help the community in the hospitals. I feel like you don't find that in any other place.
I think it's a lot to do with timing too. I don't think this would have happened 10 years ago. I don't know the market 10 years ago. I don't know the atmosphere, but everybody I talk to says things have changed drastically in the ball python community, especially over the last decade.
Rookie unite, baby.
Hey, I see Chico Lopez on there from Gainesville, which is where I came from. And he says he's got a question. So hit us with it, bro.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just type it. We're learning this shit. There's only 8 of you in here, so we appreciate it. We're trying. But if you have any questions, we'll read the question. We'll say who it's from, and then we'll try to answer it as best as we can. I mean, not that we know what the hell we're doing. But as usual, I have my cheat sheet. What else did I want to fucking talk about? Yeah, I guess we were discussing like how to get our project started, what we wanted to do, and we've kind of Rob's, obviously much more started than I am, but you need your question asked. All right, so ask it.
Yeah. That's the message I saw earlier. He hasn't put it on there yet.
Okay. So this is my plan, and I'm kind of forming that off of what Rob already had started, and also my conversations with guys like Ozzy and so forth and so on. So I love clown. Obviously, you guys, I've mentioned it many times on my channel. Hold on, because I need it out. So he said, this community is one of the reasons I gravitated towards this hobby because I needed that outlet of positivity in my life. So God bless the people you mentioned for those gentlemen. Yeah, no, I'm with you. That's all the safe haven. He's not asking a question. Well, see, it's funny. Kyle just asked about. We were just talking about this.
Axe.
He
cut up an
axe.
He's cutting up ball pythons. Or cutting up.
Listen, if you live south of the Bible Belt, me and I are Americans, so don't talk to me, right? Listen, as for we were just talking. You give him a half a beer, and this is what happens. He's a 2 beer. Like I'm not even gonna say. Listen. Like, yeah, Joey, come out here from Queens, right, or some shit. Come out to Suffolk, Long Island. Handle this guy. I can't handle. It's been like 3 days. I'm ready to send him packing. This is ridiculous. Anyway,
ask your question, bro.
I don't have a question. I am answering Kyle. So we were just talking about this, Kyle, about breeding or purchasing females. And here's the thing: everyone wants to get in a rush, right? Everyone wants to. I actually did a video about this. Anyway, regardless, everyone wants to get in a rush and buy a female. So, for example, there was a killer clown female, 1,200 grams, for about, I think it was like $1,300 you're paying for. Where as a baby, what are they, $500?
Queens Joe.
Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring him over to Brownsville. I'm going to drop him off at East 98th Street and Rutland, have him go on the Sutter train station, and then he's on his own. Good luck. Or I'll drop him over in front of Crib Castle and send him on his way. So, what was I saying? So here's the thing. You're going to spend a lot more money to add the females. And yeah, you're putting yourself forward. In my opinion, again, yeah, you're putting yourself forward. But at the same time, you're not seeing that snake mature. And you're also not seeing how that snake was brought up. So you don't know if it has any. There's a reason why people are selling off breed-ready females. Some people may be selling them off because, like, they're updating their collection. Or are they selling them off because they're not producing eggs? They're not producing follicles. They won't lock with anybody. There's reasons why they're selling them off. So in my opinion, and it's changed over the last few months, I would rather take that 13. Toby, stop scratching, honey. You're probably fucking up a microphone. My dog's down here. My dog. So in my opinion, you're better off taking that $1,300 that you would have spent on a $500 snake and maybe buying 2 or 3 females to raise up over the next year and a half to 2 years. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the breeder too. I know Ozzy sells off because I spoke to him about it.
That's different.
He sells off his breed-ready females. He's updating his collection because he keeps a certain amount, and he doesn't want to get any bigger than that, and it's understandable. But like he said, if you got somebody you've never heard of or you can't get any background on, and they've got a 2,000 gram female and they're just wanting to get rid of her, and
there's no reason.
There's got to be something going on because a 2,000 gram female, she can throw you 8, 10 eggs pretty easy.
Right. I'll take Big Mama. I love my normal. I love my Big Mama normal. I know she's just a normal. She's a super normal. She's super normal. She's a super normal. Yeah. She's the first. She's the world's first super normal. But she's super normal. She is my Big Mama. She's 4,100 grams. That's probably one of my favorite snakes. I'm like, I would never get rid of her, but she'll probably give like 14 eggs, 13 eggs if she ever lays eggs, which is not.
Come on.
No. White couch.
It's okay.
I gotta sell this couch. No. Going down the fucking sheet. This dog is ridiculous.
You're being pissy to your own dogs.
Oh, come on, show me up. Come on, up. Come on, up. We got some questions.
There you
go. Ridiculous. Normal het wild type. Yeah. No, she's a super normal het jungle. Right? You heard of that. You ripped off my name, Robbie. I invented the Big Mama first. That's what I was worried about, even though I've heard that research that breeder has a great. No, listen, if you know where you're getting it from, like in all honesty, again, like he said, I had a 2-hour conversation with Ozzy, and he talked about how if he produces a female his breeder female has 3 genes, and then he produces a female with 4 genes, he's going to replace that female, the original female. And that's fine to buy from him. But if it's some Joe Schmo off Craigslist that's trying to sell off a big female, there's a reason why he's selling that female. If he's upgrading his collection, that's one thing. But just I would be cognizant of that fact. Plus, if you think about it, we can't be in a rush, right? You can't be like, you know what, I want to buy these, I want to spend $2,000 on a breed-ready female instead of buying 3 girls that are ready to go. Like, for example, Rob has 3 Desert Ghost females back there. How big did they go?
Hatchlings.
They were hatchlings. So could he have 4 Desert Ghosts in there?
They got
1 head.
They got 1 head.
He's got 3 visuals and 1 head Desert Ghost. And for me, I feel like my opinion's changed on this. I like buying like 500 or 600 grand females, kind of like 6-7 months, into like their life. But for Rob, he spent whatever. I'm not going to get into his how much money he spent, but he's got these 3 females, these 4 females, one that's a head. He spent a decent amount of money on them, but now he's going to raise them up. And just because he spent the money on the hatchlings, now he's going to raise them up. It's not like he's going to waste his money on a Desert Ghost female that's been ready to go, because that Desert Ghost female that's ready to breed is only 1 female. It's going to cost probably the same amount that all 3 or 4 of those snakes will cost. So in my opinion, I'd rather like raise them up a little bit. Actually, that's what I'm trying to do. So my plan is, I've mentioned my killer leopard clown pied female several times in my videos. Once she's in my collection here from Colorado, my plan is to buy another 3 clown visual females for about $1,200 to $1,500 a piece to start to grow out. So I stuff like an Enchi Blade clown, or like a pastel lesser clown, some type of like $1,200 to $1,500 range on 3 more females. I want to start raising them up, and I'm also going to get into the Desert Ghost gene. But that's how Rob and I kind of spoke about it. We decided, you're breaking the seal already?
No, I'm going to get one of these DGs that I'm talking.
I agree, Safe Haven. Like, just you know what you're raising. I feel like that's the most important thing. But after I get my clowns, I'm actually going to set up and get Desert Ghost also, just because seeing his Desert Ghost has made me like just fall in love. Of course, there's shitty webcam, not being able to see it. But which one did you give me? The chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate inch.
See, he bought 3 females. Okay. From where'd you buy it from? Give him a plug.
Fireball down in Naples, Florida.
Fireball from down in Naples, Florida. He bought 3 visual Desert Ghost females, and now he's going to raise them up. Is he setting himself back? Yeah, no, listen to this. Yeah. I hope I caught that. You see her trying to get me?
Ooh.
Got me that time. Yo. You gave me the nasty one.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. You gave me the nasty one. I hope she bites you. If I get bit, Rob, I'm going to get bit right now. I'm going to get tagged right now. God damn it. So, now you're going to tell me, how much did you spend on your 3 females?
Right around $2,500.
So he spent $2,500 on 3. I'm going to get fucking bit because of you. I already got bit once, man. I get bit again, I'm going to be pissed. I'll tell you that right now. That's why he did this. You see what he did? He's probably behind me fucking with it. Now it's going to bite me. Anyway, none of my snakes do this, right? You guys watch my videos. None of my snakes bite me, except for the one. But regardless, this is the retic. The retic's nasty, man. You know what's funny? Quick story about the retic. So last night, if you follow me on Instagram, I had the retic around my neck. She was hanging out. She was cool, good to go. She had to piss on me, though. Pissed on me again today.
Yeah.
But the night before, I wanted to take her out to just show her. I like to take the retic out as much as possible, because when she is 15, 20 feet long, I want her to be somewhat tame, and you weren't getting her out of that enclosure. She was nasty, right? Typical female, just hot and cold. But so he spent $2,500 on his 3 Desert Ghost females. Now you could probably pick up a visual Desert Ghost breed ready female for how much?
Probably around the $2,000 mark, depending on the breeder.
Okay, so let's say you spent $2,000 on a visual Desert Ghost female breed ready, right? And you get 6 eggs out of her the first year because you have a Desert Ghost male visual ready. Cool, awesome. We spent $2,000 on that female to have the 1 clutch early, correct? I would rather spend that same amount of money, maybe $400, $500 more, have 3 females, raise them up over the next 2 years, and have them breed ready to go, and you get 18 eggs out of them that first year, opposed to 2 clutches. But the amount of time it takes to raise up your 3 females, that female you bought for the same amount of money that's breed ready will give you 2 clutches. Where in that second year, hopefully, if you raise them correctly, you get 3 clutches out of it. So in my opinion, I would rather spend the same amount of money on 3 hatchlings opposed to 1 breed ready female.
The other advantage too that I found is that, like,
This thing's gonna tag me.
I've got 2 codons in here. I've got Inchi, and I got chocolate. That's a project that easy after the fact. So I was looking for a way to have that available to me in the future.
I'm just reading I'm reading all the things here.
Y'all gotta. He went to public school, guys. Give him time.
Oh, talk. Do something. I've been talking the whole time. That's what I've done so far. Every thing I had so far is raising. Yeah, I mean,
well,
no,
here, I'll explain my whole thoughts on the Desert Ghost project.
Let's get to Kyle real quick.
What's
asking you a question. Just saying, you're getting impatient. Absolutely, dude. I totally get it. And Rob and I have spoke about this several times. Where people right away you want to breed, right away you want to be at like Mike Porter's level, you want to be at Mike from Redline's level. But regardless, yeah, exactly, it's patience. What are you in a rush for? What are you in a rush for? Enjoy the process, right? Same thing with anything I feel like in life. You got to enjoy the process. Don't try. You got to enjoy the journey. Don't try to just rush and get to like the finish line right away without experiencing everything you want to experience. Whether it's raising this girl up, like you know, he's 3 girls as hatchlings, and now he gets to raise them up over time. He gets to videotape them. He gets to take pictures in his photo box, and he gets to live life with them and actually know his snake rather than just buying somebody else's product.
Yeah.
So go ahead, get into your. You just sorry, I interjected on them. Just calm down now.
Nope. So the way I built my Desert Ghost project, I knew I wanted 4 females to start with.
You're right, Joe.
I picked up one from JKR, Trick Het Desert Ghost. That's 50% head hair growth. That was the first one I picked up back in January, and that was kind of the start for me. And then I found this girl. And he's trying to get me.
She got me. She didn't break the skin, but she definitely tagged me.
I found this girl and 2 others in Naples, and talked to the gentleman on the phone, got everything worked out, and you know, $2,500 is a lot of money for snakes, at least in my budget. So worked out a payment plan.
It's a lot of money for anybody.
I got them to me, and so now I've got the 4 girls. They're all, you know, late 2019s. So I've got time. I don't even have a male DG at this point, and I probably won't get one until late this year or early next year.
Well, there's no reason to.
Yeah.
You get a male ready in 6 to 10 months
Easily. So I'm just sitting on these girls. Feed them, make sure they're healthy, make sure
Are you
everything's
sure you feed them?
straight.
Because they seem pretty hungry.
Well,
maybe it's the way I talk.
Yeah.
But
maybe
yeah,
they want bigger meals.
Yeah.
300-pound meals.
I'm 280. So my little brother wants to know what genes you work with. Rob works with Clown, Desert Ghost. He's got Raven in there. Rob's got like a plethora of he's got a lot of good solid genes in there. But Rob likes to focus on recessive genes. My little brother's asking right here. Cole Alloy, who's in the police academy too, another cop. Rob was a cop too. Now he's a nurse because he was afraid of being a cop. No, I'm kidding. So Rob was a cop and he was undercover. He bought narco. He's gonna fucking tag me again because of you. He was undercover. He was undercover. He bought drugs and he picked up prostitutes essentially. And then
that's how I met my wife.
No, I just you better pray to God she doesn't see this, dude. You're out of your mind. What's up, Buckeye? If she tags my face, it'll be gold. I'll have thousands. I hope she bites me. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. What were we saying? So Rob was a cop for like 10 years, and ultimately he decided his family's worth more than the time you have to dedicate to the job, and now he is an RM. So my little brother Cole Alloy, you see him here. He's actually he did 1 week in the police academy in South Carolina. Then Corona hit, and they kicked everyone out. So he was almost there, but you know he still works. Like they're a little fucked up. You guys are a little fucked up down there, but you are. Like the way, like for me, NYPD has like an academy, go to NYPD academy. You have a Suffolk PD academy, go to the academy. For like places like Florida or like South Carolina, you have like the state academy. Then you work for like a department. You have to be certified first. He was going through the state academy, and they canceled it on him. Damn, who's talking some crazy shit? We always talk shit. That's all it is.
That's every day.
You should see our group text. You're right about raising them up. I have Smeltron and I got a hatchling. He's absolute beast now. I'm definitely the product. Yeah, I mean, there's something nice about raising the snake up or remembering it from when it's 100 grams all the way through to 2,500 to 3,000 grams. I totally understand. I'm gonna get bit again. I totally understand the aspect of wanting to maybe spend a little more money. And
if you're scared, I'll take her back.
I think I can handle it.
She weighs like 250 grams. If you can't handle it. Yeah, she's right there.
All right, whatever. So, yeah, I understand the impatience, but at the same time, it's like, enjoy this process. This hobby is not, you have to build your foundation first. And if you just start putting blocks in there that are already made for somebody else's foundation, I feel like you're setting yourself up.
And you got to really think things through. I work mainly 4 recessive genes. I work desert ghost, clown, pied, and I just got into lavender albino most recently. So those are going to be the staples of my entire collection. I've got some codoms in there. Like I really like the Acid Project, and I bought into it. And I got into the Raven Project, which not a lot of people work with. It's similar to
Take your Raven out. That's a mean snake.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
I don't even know if I can get her out.
That is a mean snake.
Here, let me see how she's doing.
I just got bit again because of you. Stop moving. Yeah, put this thing away before I get bit. I've had enough. Yeah. Got it?
Give her a look.
Give her a kiss. Yeah. So anybody got any more questions for us? Shoot the questions out. It's not. I heard you start up in May. Yeah, Cole, they screwed you, man. That's just life, though. I mean, it's what the COVID thing like shut us down. I know, obviously, if you follow my channel, I tested positive for it. And you know what's funny is I was good for like 3 or 4 days, and all of a sudden it came back again and just crushed me again. It's a very strange virus. I don't understand this at all.
I don't know if I can get her.
Yeah. No. Joe, who, the Raven? No,
Yeah, she don't look happy at all.
Yeah, Joey, if you head over to Country Critters, they have the African softwares. Just call ahead of time because guys like Rob show up and they buy 30 of them and clean them all out. The problem is I have noticed this, that over the last few weeks or last couple months, I used to get African softwares that are about this big, almost full size. Now they're a lot smaller. So if you call ahead of time to Country Critters and put in orders ahead of time, they know you're going to pick up every week. I think they'll special order you bigger African softwares, which I'm going to start doing also. Any projects together? So here's the plan. Rob and I have spoke about projects together. What we're gonna do is I want to get in the Desert Ghost gene too, just because it's just a really nice snake, right? We all can agree on that. It's just a really nice snake. Obviously, I'm kind of piggybacking off of Rob. I'm gonna try to get
probably your favorite. You
Yeah.
need to show her off because you always gravitate.
Yeah, the pastel Desert Ghost. I like her a lot. Can you see her? She is gorgeous. Look how cool. Look, she didn't bite me too. She's bigger than the other girl.
Yeah.
Look how nice she is. This is the pastel. I love pastel. Some people don't like pastel. I absolutely love it. So long story short, what we're looking to go, OG clown?
Yeah.
This is the orange green clown right here. So long story short, I'm going to get in Desert Ghost, and he has clowns also. We're going to get Desert Ghost and clowns. And we're looking to get 2 different like bloodlines. And then I'm looking to get other traits or other morphs with the Desert Ghost and the clown, different than what Rob has. Then eventually 2 years down the road, we can maybe combine collections or simply swap out 2 snakes. I'll give him a male, give me a male, and we'll try to get the other genes or other codoms that we have with our recessive traits into each other's projects, right?
Yeah.
What else we got? Hatchlings, I never had an issue with feeding hatchlings. I never had an issue. I've only had issues with, well, here's the question, Safe Haven. Are you feeding the hatchlings live? You're trying to feed frozen thawed? Because I've noticed hatchlings will not take frozen thawed. They only take the live. Like I noticed up to like 400 or 500 grams, they only take live for me. Yeah, no worries, Joe. So I'm gonna start trying to breed, Joe. I'm gonna start. You're in Queens, I believe, right, Joe? I'm gonna start breeding African sulfur just to give it a shot. I was gonna breed rats, but like I just feel like they stink and they're too big and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. And African sulfur for us ball python people is much better. So I'm gonna start breeding them. So I'll let you know. Let's see what we got. Do you have any hatchlings that won't eat? Oh man, that orange and clown is definitely. Where'd you get the orange and clown from?
JKR.
There you go.
Justin Kabilka. Got all except for one of my clowns from JKR.
Oh, Bronx Bull Pythons. What's up, dude? We always see you guys. Yes, Cole, I'm going to give you your first snake. Yeah, I know. You should be paying me to support my business. But instead, yes, I'll give you your first snake. It'll be super, super normal. This thing's going to bite me too. You got to start feeding your snakes. I breed live. Cool. That's awesome. Where do you live, Safe? Where do you live, Safe Haven? What else are we missing?
I know Safe Haven's in New York State. I don't know where.
What's your favorite snake? Saul wants to know.
In my collection, it's not the most visually appealing, but it's my acid.
You love your acid, yeah.
That I love that project, and I love the potential of the acid gene. For those of you not familiar, the acid, the confusion, and the static are believed to be, and I think they've actually been proven to be the same genetics, just different bloodlines. But the acid is amazing to me. It kind of like leopard standalone. It doesn't do a lot on its own, but once you start mixing it with other things, it really does a lot. And I think I can get to him. I don't know.
You get through the acid? Yeah,
This girl's kind of, she makes me nervous. If she's gonna bite anybody, I'm gonna make sure it's bacon.
Yeah, hold on. Everyone knows I love clowns. I absolutely adore clowns. I think clowns are so cool. Look how nice that snake is. Yeah, this snake is so nice. You know what's funny is a lot of people when I decided to buy the killer leopard clown pied female, a lot of people were telling me that they didn't like the aspect that it's a super because all of his offspring will be have pastel gene in it. I love the pastel, man. Look how nice this desert ghost looks. Now, obviously, desert ghost is a lighter gene, but just look, even the head stamps, like how it blushes it out. I think pastel is phenomenal, man. I absolutely love pastel.
Yeah, this guy's pretty much number one.
They are. You know what's funny? You say that same thing, and he just said the African sulfurs are like ninjas. We were feeding his collection. This one African sulfur jumped out of the tub like 4 or 5 times. It was absolutely ridiculous. That's your acid, right?
Yeah, that's the acid.
Put it up so
the belly and the acid.
Rob had a beer and a half and he's already drunk.
The belly is what sold me on the acid.
I'm gonna get bit by everything. The belly is nice. Killer clowns are like nice. I love killer clowns. You know what's funny? You gotta be careful purchasing ball pythons because I was gonna buy a quote unquote killer clown ball python male for like $500 at 600 grams. And this is right when I first started buying ball pythons, so I had no idea what I was doing. And ultimately, it wasn't even a super. It was more or less just, what are you doing?
He wanted to be over there, bro.
This one's actually nice.
Yeah. He's not.
It wasn't even a killer clown. It was just a pastel, lesser ball python. Clown, obviously. Oh, you took my desert ghost from me. Any other questions? How much do the acids go for? I'll show you the acids since Rob is incompetent.
For a male, I'd have to check, but there's somewhere around the $1,400–1,500 range for a single gene male. Females, man. Females, around $1,000. Here, I'll take these two because they're never nice. So
no, they've been good. It was the chocolate that tagged me. That's ridiculous. But yeah. So that's what I'm looking to get into. My favorite snake out of all Rob's collection. What do you think it is, Rob? What do you think my favorite snake that you have is?
Probably just want to hold the pastel DG.
I'm a big fan. Yeah, I do like that snake.
That's the one you always gravitate.
Yeah, the pastel DG is nice. What's your favorite snake in my collection?
Ooh, it's hard to say. I really, strangely, it's not a ball python. I love your retic.
Yeah, Rob is at retic. Got the purple albino retic from my buddy Derek over there in Jersey, and she is. You know what's funny is even like Michelle, like she hates snakes, but when she sees a ball python, she recognized the difference between a ball python and the retic. The retic is just a different creature. Yeah. Hey, you want to take your boy? The retic, man, I'll tell you, the difference between a ball python and a retic, like everyone like puts ball pythons down, like they're kind of like lazy, they're like dogs, like they don't really, right? Like dogs. They don't really do much, like your beginner snake, but they're just the different morphs and they're just so chill. They're your like movie python, you know what I mean? They're the snake you put around your neck and hang out. If you follow Las Vegas pythons or Las Vegas reptiles, like you see me, I have like my snake around my neck and like my ring picture video. But regardless, so Michelle, who I mentioned several times on my YouTube channel, etc. But she, who hates snakes, doesn't know anything about snakes. All the ball pythons, even looked at my boa. But when she got to the retic, even she noticed there was a huge difference. Retics are just a different breed, man. They're just a different animal. Like when you look at her, she looks back at you. Like the ball pythons, they're our bread and butter. We love them. You want to get in the frame, or you just sit on the side of the couch all the time? Sure. Okay, because you're not even in the fucking camera.
Do your talking. I got to put this guy.
I'm the only one talking. We'll be live on RACR Reptiles and Blue Line. I'm the only one talking. So anyway, even somebody who knows nothing about like snakes, saw the difference in the retic. The retic just watches you, and like she's just like thinking, and her eyes like follow you, and she's always got a personality. And some days she's hot, some days she's cold. And why don't you do some talking so I can catch up with these things?
Can you read? You sure? You want me to read them to you?
You're from the South. Like I know you're not talking about my literacy.
Oh man.
Lavender albino retic. Yeah, I have a purple albino. So you got like you got the cross on with the white and the purple. I love it. Are you an ED nurse, Rob? Kind of look like one. I graduated in 2 weeks with my BSN.
Awesome.
Well, tell everyone what that means. Nobody else knows.
Bachelor's degree of science in nursing.
Right, that would make sense. Sure. What's an ED?
Emergency department.
I want to be ER.
Yeah. Well, it's ED for emergency department. In Blue Line's case, it's erectile dysfunction.
Right. It is what it is. I drink a lot. Whatever. I'll show you erectile dysfunction tonight. Yeah. No. Rogue, you're absolutely right. Like the retics, they're just so much more active, and I hate to say it, much more intelligent, and they just seem to be thinking like they're kind of assholes, especially my female. So when I went to pick her up, the guy was like, "You only have ball pythons. You have ball pythons and a boa." He's like, "Well, I recommend maybe not getting a female retic, get the male that's a little bit smaller." And my view, I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm getting a retic. I might as well get a female, get the biggest one I can get. And then on top of that, he had 2 left. But one was super chill, sweet. He's like, this one's really nice. You should probably get this one. The other one's an asshole. So naturally, I chose the asshole because you know what? If you're gonna go, you might as well get the one with the personality. She's great, right? She's sweet once she's out. Sometimes getting her out's a little fucking weird.
She's cool. She's definitely more inquisitive. She's definitely more aware of the surroundings and more interested every time she's out.
My little brother wants to make out. Cole related. You can't be doing it. They're upstairs, Cole.
Hey,
they're upstairs.
Back to the community real quick. I wanted to explain something that I've experienced just since I decided to come to New York. Like Joe's in here, Joe Battaglia, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's from Queens. I've never met Joe in my life. I talked to him through text. I talked to him on Instagram. And he knows that I'm working in the Bronx, staying out on Long Island. And Joe checks on me every day, like he's my big brother, making sure I'm all right in the Bronx, making sure I've got the equipment I need to go to work. I find it, it's extremely humbling.
Rob's drunk.
To have somebody.
He's getting emotional.
It's humbling, bro, to have somebody checking on me in a state, in a city that I don't know absolutely at all, and he's making sure I'm okay.
No, I told you, I walk around the boogie down Bronx, man. Like Rob thinks I'm 6'2", I'm 250. I was a cop. I was like, you're not in Florida, bro. Like, don't go walk around the Bronx. Like, I'm never gonna hear from you again. Actually, go walk around the Bronx, and the snakes will stay here. Clown or pie for long-term investment. All right. So here's the thing. Yeah, or just have exactly both, like one of each, or just combine. So here's the thing:
get 3 to 4 of each. Long-term investment, you'll never go wrong. People will always want both of those genes,
right?
And then double recessive them.
So Rob and I haven't been in the hobby or the breeding aspect of ball pythons for very long. However, we do have friends that know a lot. And when it comes to like pies, I even asked Ozzy Boyd this question the other day. I said, should I get in the clowns? Is it worth it? Now, when these recessive genes first come out, like when pies first came out, they were selling for like 40, 50,000, right? 25, whatever the case may be.
I think the first few sold for like $100,000.
$100,000 for your first pied ball python. Now you can pick a male up for like $250, $300 on the cheap end. But they're going to stay there, okay? So just be cognizant of that. Like, are clowns and pies worth the investment? Absolutely, because they're always going to sell. Recessive traits, in my opinion, will always sell. And pies and clowns, at least the single gene, just a clown or just a pied, will always stay at a certain price. And they're not really going to fluctuate or go down any more than that.
The other thing you have with any recessive project, even though it's down to that, $250 to $400 range for the males versus females, there's so many incomplete dominant genes to mix into them that you can create new stuff to this day in those recessive projects. So continue to work them and just work it in a direction that you want to go completely on your own. That's why I'm into the acid. I want to work acid into everything.
No,
I want acid in all 4 recessive projects that I work with.
You know, I like the tree boas, bro. To be honest with you, but I've had enough. I have my retic, and that's all I can handle. You know, the thing about piebald, and I mentioned this in a couple of my videos, is piebald just enhances everything else. In other words, when you take genes like acid, you take genes like clown, you take genes like desert ghost, it changes the way the snake looks. But when it comes to piebald, you're essentially just adding like a white stripe in the snake. So you can have whatever
stripe. You're calling me drunk?
Stripe, or like, what do you want to call it?
Patch.
See, this is the thing. A stripe is something that goes all the way around, correct, guys? A patch would be like a
stripe goes down. You're drunk.
Rob is a zoologist and knows everything about animals and all. All right, all the term. I will drink him at the table. Hold on, let me tell you what.
Piebald, tell me, what does piebald create? Is it a stripe? Wouldn't it be called a genetic stripe if it had a stripe?
A ring. Piebalds create rings on the snake. So if you look at it, to me, piebald, I lost my fucking train of thought. Long story short, essentially, piebald just enhance everything else. Okay, piebald just, you can have your snake you love, and piebald just makes it that much better. That's my opinion. You have a 150-pound cane corso. This is my 90-pound pit bull, and she won't do anything to you because she's a spoiled brat who costs like $7 a day to feed, and she gets her way no matter what. Why aren't you able to house two ball pythons together, are you? No, you're not. There's a fight. You put two males together and they're breed ready, they will fight. Ball pythons live on their own. So ball pythons, like, you know what's funny is on my Instagram channel, I have like a rack tour video, and recently something happened with the algorithm where Instagram's been pushing it out, and people have been going nuts and telling me how, like, oh, you keep them in the drawers, that's ridiculous, it's cruel, etc., etc. Ball pythons like to live in like little dark, cramped areas. In Africa, they go in the termite mounds, they go in the rodent mounds, right? They go in there, they'll eat the animal, and they'll stay in there. So they like to be on their own. So you'll see people housing two ball pythons together. If it's two males, it will be a problem. Like, if you buy a female for somebody, it's a female, it's not to be a male. You put your male in there, you're gonna hear it. So you do not put two ball pythons. Corona.
Yeah.
Corona. You're not put two ball pythons.
We're doing the
Any tips on growing social media?
Yes.
Consistency.
Getting your face out there. Not being afraid. Not caring what people say. Like, look at Baker. He's ugly as shit. And nobody.
Right.
You just throw it out there.
No, but I have a great personality. You always have fun. Listen, the reality is that 40 years from now, we're all going to be ugly and fat. Yeah. And I'll still be fun, and he'll still be boring. That's just the way it's going to be. Hold on. So growing social media, I mean, the best way is consistency to me. So I started my YouTube channel 2 months ago, and the last 2 weeks I've been slacking. I did do a video every day. The last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been slacking. I got sick. I'm lazy, whatever the case may be. But when I was consistent, when I was work 3 days a week. When I was consistent, you pick up subscribers often. When it comes to Instagram, this is what I do on Instagram. I post daily. It's a picture of my snakes. Or a picture, like today was me of the retake that you took on my back. I post daily.
It's probably the best picture you ever had on your Instagram, the one I took.
You post daily, and you post daily, and have the hashtag. What I do often too on Instagram is I'll go through like the tag section. I'll do the ball python, and I don't do the most popular ones because those are the prima donnas that get all the likes. I do the most recent, and you just like everyone's picture because then it gets people to look at your page. If they contact you, you start networking, and that's how I've been building it. And I don't add people on Instagram unless like I know them or like they reach out to me, they talk to me, and then I'll add you. I've been picking up 20 to 40 followers, give or take, per day, just because I stay consistent with Instagram.
He has far more people following him on both YouTube and Instagram than I do. I like to reach out to people individually. Like, for instance, Joe, that's in here. I started talking to Joe maybe 3 weeks ago.
Robbie Rona.
And we talk pretty regularly. Probably talk every day right now, just for the fact that I'm working in the Bronx and
you're cheating on me.
Yeah,
nice.
But I just like building that connection, and that's what I do. I mean, there's a lot of people that I try to get back to every single day. I'm not going to tell you it's easy.
Yeah, answer. You got to answer. People DM you got to answer. Don't be a dick.
But I try to get to everybody I can. Now, the days I work 12-hour shifts. I drive an hour to get to the Bronx. I drive an hour to get back. Some days it's hard. But usually after I get back here, take a shower, get laid down, I try to go through every message and make sure I answer everybody. Because those are the people. If they're going to take the time to reach out to me, I'm going to take the time, to get back to them.
Like realistically, like we breed snakes. Like that's why I love like Miguel or Ozzy or Billy from these big companies or Redline or Porter. Because these are big time breeders. At the end of the day, they realize I breed snakes. Like you're not a celebrity, you're not better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You breed fucking snake. Like we're the weird people in society, right? We're the guys like I tell people, oh yeah, I have a bunch of snakes in my house, and they look at you weird, you know.
I used to think we were weird. I watched a couple episodes of the Tiger King. I think we're really fucking normal now.
But we are the reptile versions of Tiger King. Let's be honest. Like I'm Joe, and this is like my meth boyfriend. That's let's be honest. I'm the boss.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if you're Joe. You kind of look like Carol Baskins to me.
that's fine. That's fine. I inherited millions, and nobody framed me for murder. So, yeah. So Kyle just said you got to keep one good eater. Yeah, my retic. You know what's funny is my retic's like kind of like a bitch, right? Like I'll throw a rat in there, and it's a little big, but retic she'll take it down. She'll bite it. She'll coil around it. If it moves, she lets it go and takes off. But with that being said, she does the boa eats everything I put in there, right? It's just a matter of time. So I would recommend that. If you're gonna breed ball pythons, maybe have a king snake, a boa, or a retic, or a Burmese, something that's like your garbage disposal, because you're gonna have leftover rats, and you don't want something that just eats all the rat food that you have left over.
Yeah, I have the Raven. She eats everything. That's why she's a big girl.
No, you're right, Joey. That's why him and I hit it off. Just like talking shit. Like, you know what's funny is growing up, I still go to the archery range in Smith Point Archery. I used to
shoot.
I'll shoot any day of the week.
Oh,
don't even fucking. You quit being a cop because you were scared.
How?
I don't want to hear it.
How many years did you spend on your sniper team?
You were in Florida.
Never mind.
Florida. It's like the fastest fat kid. Nobody cares. What's the name of your department? What's the name of the department? The department you work for. What's the name of it?
It's tough.
What is the name of it? Just tell me. Just tell me the name of the department. What's the name of the department?
Like a PD.
Never heard of it. You heard of NYPD though, right?
Where?
NYPD.
In what?
Means I will knock your punk ass down. But that's anyway. I used to go to the archery range. It's all these great hunters and all these people that shoot the bow, blah blah blah. And it's all people from different walks of life. But they all bust each other's balls and they drink and they hang out. That's what it's all about. Like we have all our snakes behind us. We got the pit here. I just met you 3 days ago, but like he's my buddy now, and I feel like that's what it's all about. That's why what was the title? Talking shop. Talking. That's what it's all about. It's all about talking shop, hanging out, having fun, and like networking, meeting all these different people that you never would have met unless you're in this hobby.
Exactly. I never met Joe. I never met anybody in this chat. There's a few people in here that I've talked to a few times. And of course, there's Joe that I've talked to daily. Lewis, I'm pretty sure, is from the Bronx. I think that's
NYPD. Right. See, even Lewis knows who I am. Nobody knows who you are. See, Jay just said we're making a good team. They look forward to this. But let's be realistic. I'm the talent, right? I'm the talent. I'm the one that gets everybody in here. He's like the old grandpa. I'm the one that talks.
I am old enough to be your father.
No, you're not.
Yeah. How old are you?
31.
Yeah, I'm 44.
The 13-year-old you having a kid?
Yeah, I could have hit it. I could have hit your mama for
my mom is your size, and Cole is in here right now, and he will knock you the fuck out. Go get mom. Oh, go get mom. We're not dealing with this shit. What's up, Andrew? Let's get him an NYPD tattoo before he leaves. We should. That's what we should do. Right? Okay. I'll get my shield number tattooed on his chest. Property of 1595. That's not. No, I want to get my shield. I get enough CCRB that I don't need any help. Hey. Well, you know what's funny? You say that. Sorry to interrupt you. People build cars. We breed snakes and reptiles. I did a video. My last video was the
Yeah, you tried to build a car once. I remember. You told me.
You drove a fucking Focus. Your wife has a faster car.
RS. No.
No. Yeah, it's a 10-second car.
Yeah, she's got two. I was counting the.
You want your shield number? Give me your shield number. I'll tattoo it on him. We can sleep it. I'll hold them down. I'll tattoo it. So, anyway, yeah, I shoot archery. I've been bow hunting since I was like 9 years old, bro. My dad's
I gotta see it. What kind of bow you
got? PSC Revenge. Yeah. It's in my trunk. I showed it to you.
Yes.
Parts scattered everywhere. I don't give a shit. I like PSC.
Sorry.
What do you shoot?
Matthews
is it. Matthews and Hoyt are like, I like my PSC. Fuck off. Hold on, we're losing track of what's going on here. People build cars. No, you're absolutely right. So that's the thing. And I got into this. Like Rob's wife has a ridiculously fast Mustang. Rob's had ridiculously fast cars. I built several Mustangs. My dad has a 1931 Chevy Coupe. Perfect.
Yeah, he drives like a grandma. I saw it.
He showed up today. I'll post on my Instagram. He shows up today. I'm like, do something with the car. He's like it's like 400 horsepower. It's like 1,900 pounds. Yeah. There he goes. He just with a mask, won't come over. So people put money, and I told this in my last video, the investment video. People put money into hobbies like cars or bows or whatever the case may be. There's no return on investment. Like, how great is a hobby where we love each one of our snakes? At the same time, they're going to make us money, and they're at least pay for themselves. There's nothing better than that. Like, I dumped 10 grand into my Mustang, bought the car for 35 grand or 45 grand total, and traded in for $10,000, $11,000. I lost money on that. I spent 6 grand on that crazy female I talked about, and one clutch is going to make me 30 grand. Like, what other hobby are you going to get that return on investment? What other hobby you're going to actually be able to spend money on your hobby and then make money off of it? That's great.
Speaking of, loving the animals at the same time as knowing that, they can provide for themselves. But
You think
I've had a hellacious trip up here, especially the last 2 fucking hours.
Yeah, so Rob decided to come up here, and we got fucking hail and rain, and it was like the party on the Red Sea and the apocalypse. And literally, there's a video, I should post it. He pulls up with his trailer to U-Haul to snakes, and as he pulls up, downpours. It was like sunny and nice, and as soon as he got here, downpour. The 4-1 pre. I'm in the. Well, DM me. I'll tell you where I am. How old are you, Rogue? How did you think I was? 50 years old. I'm not as old as him. Look at him. He shaved his beard because half it was gray. He looked like Rogue from X-Men.
3/4.
Yeah, I like PSA. It is the Glock. You know what? I carry a Glock. 19 and 26. That's a warm welcome. I think right? Small bladder.
Really?
Small bladder, big dick.
Really?
Small bladder, big dick. I know. You got actually got to talk to people.
All right, let's see what we got here. My brother just finished restoring a 71 thing. Nice. I'm not a big fan of the 71s. I had a 65 when I was younger, and my wife's a huge Mustang fan. I tend to gravitate towards Chevrolets myself. In fact, if I get to work up here long enough, I might find me an older Corvette to mess with. Into guns and then hey, that's what happens, Kyle. You dump money where you enjoy stuff, and I've done it several times. I love bow hunting still. That's why I just bought some property in Tennessee. And, I love cars, but I think I love the snakes more. And I like the interaction with the snakes, and I like to be able to create something. I've always wanted to be artistic, and I'm not. I play guitar, but I'm just barely enough to get by. My son's super talented at playing drums, but this is something I can be artistic with without.
What are you on? Whatever she wants. It's her house. We're just allowed to stay here.
Hang on, I got a 90-pound pit bull kicking me up.
Come on, honey, sit down. What I miss?
No, we're just talking about hobbies.
You're a Corvette fan?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Well, it depends what year Cobra Mustang.
Yeah.
Get the 03, 04 Terminator. Nothing.
Yeah, those are the only 2 years.
The 464 valve.
I don't know. The 13 Cobras were pretty nice too.
13 Cobra?
The GT500 Cobra?
Well, I don't even say I'm Cobras. But yeah, I mean, the Boss Mustang is my favorite. Just because it has the track package and everything else. But you could buy like an 07 GT500, just tune it, full exhaust gears.
I don't like the 4.6 though.
No, that's a 5.4. Look, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's because I buy Chevrolets, shit that works, bro.
Okay. In the guns, man. But you know what's funny is I'm gonna say it. So they're talking about dumping money into the hobby. Like if you're NYPD Lewis, we're waiting on that retro. So I got about 20 months at top pay for the PVA retro check, then another year of DEA retro money. So I'm looking to get like 20, 30,000. I'm probably been double writing snakes. We're looking at cars now. Replace the Cobra logos with Python logos. Yeah, that is pretty good. See, yeah, he's not a snake fan. Doesn't like Mustangs, which means he doesn't like Cobras, which means he doesn't actually like snakes. Start this hobby too. I'm gonna get a powerhouse ball python, start breeding them. That's what I did, Andrew. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did do. Well, I have my favorite snake. I love Big Mama. She's a normal. She's big. I just love her. I don't know why.
Are you sure she's a normal?
She's a super normal het jungle, which is really expensive. It's like $7,500. Snakes.
Look at that. 64 Nova. That's what I'm talking about. 327. Chevrolet.
Brother. Listen, brother. Nice, definitely worth it. My Coral Gold Black Pastel Trick Mojave male.
That's a badass.
Dude, he's so cool, right? I'm gonna take. He's got a light box, photo box.
Yeah, you need to get some good photos.
Yeah. I'm gonna get. He doesn't. It doesn't do justice, right? My YouTube channel, him. He's got this yellow and this purple and this line. He's fucking sick. Like people say, they'll replace their males or their females once like they get something better. I don't think he's going to.
See what you did?
Yeah. See, I'll actually talk to the camera. People want to talk to me, so I can actually reach it from here. Talk. Dad built a 67 GT350 Cobra. I know, Cole. Call me, brother. I know. Thank you. What are you talking about, Andrew? I follow you on Instagram. I know it. I saw it. It's very nice. My Mustang, I don't have my Mustang anymore. So true or false? I had a 2011 5.0 Mustang, full exhaust, full bolt-ons, custom tuned 373s, fast car, great car. I also had a 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a 5.7 Hemi. I traded both of them in for a brand new Honda Accord hybrid, 48 miles a gallon. I mean, I have a 64-mile commute, is what it is. Kind of cut my balls off. Eventually, I want to get another Mustang. All the Coral Glow, yeah. See, here's the thing, Andrew. Even on, you might as well grab the other six-pack. Even on Instagram or the pictures, it doesn't do that snake justice. Like, that snake is so different. Whiskey and brews, baby. That's it. You know, normally I drink like Jack Daniels, but they were drinking the Montauk, Long Island, New York, Montauk. Those pictures don't do that snake justice, bro. Like that snake, when you look at him, he's like yellow and he's like purple, legit purple. And with the trick in the Mojave, the way it works with the alien heads, it really breaks them up. And that snake just looks absolutely phenomenal. So realistically, next year, what I'd like to do is breed him with Big Mama. Because she's so big, hoping to get 13, 14, or 10, 12 eggs, whatever the case may be, out of her, hoping to reproduce him. Because he just is a great, great snake. What kind of setup for photos is the best bang for the buck? I have no fucking idea because I just take pictures with my phone. Rob does have this little, where'd you get it? Amazon, right?
Amazon is like.
Can you get in the frame? I don't understand why you're halfway in.
I've got this here. Here.
You're the human. Ridiculous. What kind of setup? He bought, how much was that thing?
Like $35.
He spent like $35, $40 on Amazon for like a light box. It's like canvas size with like a blue background and thing. You put a light on top of it.
It has multiple backgrounds. You can put blue in there. You can put white. You can put red. But I bought a 16-inch one for like $35. If you really want one and you really want to make great photos, go ahead and go to at least a 24-inch and spend like $70. It's really nice. It comes with the lights. It comes with everything. You set it up. It softens the lights on.
Look at the camera. You're looking down here. Nobody.
It works great for taking photos. If you look on my Instagram channel, I think I posted 2 photos today in the box.
This is the camera we use right here.
Yeah.
My iPhone. Look at this, my girl. That's what I use as a camera. All my YouTube videos, for the most part, that's what you see me doing. Except for, obviously, today I'm using my computer I bought. But, yeah. I have a female Firefly yellow belly. Nice. What kind of camera do you use? Expo.
That's my camera.
It's got the Obama. So, yeah, if you notice, like, even whether it's like pictures or you.
Kyle has an A7 III. That's a badass camera. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I'm not a tech nerd, so I don't know.
It's a super nice
camera. I have an iPhone.
I would die. That's like a 2K camera just for the body before you put a lens on it. It's super nice.
You're gonna mix. What did you say? Hold on. Start talking so I can read this.
No. All I can think about is I think Kyle's the luckiest dude.
Female Firefly.
That's a badass camera.
Hell yeah, Andrew. That'd be nice. Music videos.
Nice.
Gang, gang.
Where are you at, Kyle? Can you come shoot us some music video?
Yeah, we do. No, because Joe from Exotic Reptiles, not Exotic, Joe Exotic from the Tiger King. He has music videos.
Yeah, why can't we have one?
How much would you guys pay if Rob and I did a music video with Kyle about snakes? Just like Joe Exotic.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I'm going to leave this up to him to talk. Let's see what happens.
No, I'm thinking about the camera. I'm the videographer.
What are you talking about?
You're the person.
Computer. I know. I do everything. So anyway, so what would your ideal snake be?
Ideal?
Yeah. What is your, like, if you had to own one ball python, what would it be?
If I had to buy one, it would be different than if I created one. What I want to create is an acid clown that eats. That's my ultimate
That's
goal.
your dream snake?
Yeah.
Is there, you ever seen one?
No. There hasn't been one made that I know of.
Yeah. You know, going to have to knock some teeth out and be shirtless. I mean, he is from Florida, so I'm convinced they're dangerous. I haven't been down here. He's taking a shower yet, or brushing his teeth. But I mean, let's be honest. Floridians probably dangerous. So, tattoos. Gene X, yeah. Well, you explained Gene X the other day. I always was confused with Gene X.
Confused?
Yes. My big tongue. I got a good tongue. You want to? Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, every time. So, Gene X kind of confused me because I wasn't sure what it was. I thought, listen, this is the thing about this hobby. If you don't know, just ask somebody. They're gonna know. Don't be the guy that thinks they know everything. You don't know dick. I didn't know what Gene X was. I was kind of confused. So explain what Gene X actually is.
Well, it's my understanding is it's a line of pied that came through and it's just brighter. It's just different than your normal pied.
It holds its colors better, right?
And we looked at some online the other night when he was asking about it. And the yellows are super bright, the darks are super dark. But I mean, if y'all have a better explanation, let me hear it, because believe me, that's just what I know of the gene, and I know what I know through videos through Justin.
Yeah, essentially it's just like a more enhanced pied snake.
Yeah,
just make all the colors look better. The whites are brighter. The lines are more definitive.
Similar to the high intensity orange dream that Ozzy has. High intensity orange dream popped out of Ozzy's line. It looked like a super orange dream when it was just a single gene snake. He just didn't know it. It took him years to figure out, oh, this is not a super, because it was producing stuff that wasn't orange dream. And then he's like, holy shit, this is very bright.
Right.
And it's not the super.
The super has two copies. The gene automatically passes on the offspring. I'll pass it on.
Yeah.
It's not a super.
Exactly.
See, Rob is a genius. So for me,
between the two of us, we'll figure all this shit out. Give us time.
Yeah, right. It's like two halves of brain make a whole, and that's essentially what this is. It just took 1,100 miles and a lot of bullshit. So I've always loved, since the first time I seen it, is the killer leopard clown snake. I've always fell in love with them. I've always loved them. My buddy Ed, he's a retired Jersey cop. He had a killer leopard clown female sitting around 1,200 grams for sale for $1,800. So I had messaged him.
Yeah, you're talking about us selling.
More or less, right. So I could have got this almost breed-ready leopard, killer leopard clown female.
Do that?
I'm a good guy, not a dick. So I was gonna buy it for $1,800. I was talking to this guy. He was kind of blowing me off because he thought I was like some punk. Because $1,800 snake is a lot of money for people, right? $1,800 a snake. A lot of people don't have the resources to do that. So he kind of was blowing me off, being a dick. He said something that was like super arrogant. And so I just responded like 10-4, which is a radio code, universal for like affirmative. I got it, understood. Just had a hobby because I'm a trained monkey. You know how it gets. And he was like, wait, you're a cop? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I retired, blah, blah, blah. I retired with this job, this department. We became buddies. And I talked to him almost every day.
That's funny how you become friends with assholes.
Well, what are you saying?
Yeah, you met me, right?
3-beer quitter. So I am talking to him about it. I'm telling him my plans. I'm like, I'll buy your girl, no doubt. I was in South Carolina visiting Cole, my mom at the time. No doubt, I'll buy her from you. I love her, blah, blah, blah. He heard my passion. He heard my love for the snakes. And ultimately, he decided to start breeding both pythons. So I went from getting this killer leopard clown female for relatively cheap, especially for 1,200 grams, for $1,800. Actually, I told him it was $1,700. And then he was going to keep her. So I love that snake, but I also love pies. Everyone loves pies. You love pies. I love pies. So my dream snake was a killer leopard clown pied female. So one day I was online on Morph Market, just like doing the window shopping, like like everybody does, be it in person or us snake breeders. And I saw this killer leopard clown pied female for $7,000. And I was like, fuck, I'm not spending $7,000 on a snake. Spent about a month talking to him about it, talking in our group text about it, talking to Ed about it. And ultimately they said exactly what we said before. When it comes to like your hobby, there's no other hobby you're gonna get an actual return on investment. So you've spent $10,000 on a piece of metal to make your car go faster. Why not spend $7,000 or $6,000 on a snake that can make you quadruple, if not 5 times, 6 times, 10 times the amount of money over a couple of years that you love? So eventually I hit the guy up. I told him, listen, I love the snake. I explained who I was. He did a payment program, gave $1,000 down. He knocked the price down to $6,000. And I pretty much advanced my breeding probably forward 3 or 4 years just by purchasing that snake. So we'll see. Hopefully I get a, yeah. Absolutely.
Easily. As soon as she gets here and she gets the size, you got to get the right male for her, but you're good.
I just asked about your rack. Does the temperature stay even on those racks from top to bottom?
No, they do not stay even, but it stays within about 2 degrees, which is neither here nor there to me. If I set the temp, like I use a Freedom Breeder, I think you can see it up in the corner, Freedom Breeder thermostat, and I have the probe about 2/3 of the way down. Inside the tub, on the bottom, I'll get about 86 degrees. On the top, I get about 88. And I think that's sufficient. I haven't had any issues. Everything in the rack ate the very first time. He was down here with me. He couldn't believe the response I was getting.
Oh, yeah, we spoke about that. So ultimately, I need a rack like this. And Rob and I spoke about it. We're going to work something out.
This rack's actually staying here. It's going to stay in New York.
It just makes sense. Like for him to buy a U-Haul trailer and then bring it back to Tennessee. Now he's buying a house in Tennessee. And for me to buy one of my own, it's already here. So I'm going to buy this from him. He's going to get ownership to his house. Yeah. And I have noticed this. I have a sea serpent rack upstairs. There are 2 of them. I have a 5-tub and a 3-tub. And they're clear tubs opposed to the gray tubs. I have noticed this. Just watching Rob pull like the tub out, his snakes are instantly like active, interactive, and they're looking to eat. They're looking to strike. They're curious about it. And there's a much better response, almost like they feel much better at home. Where in my tubs that are more clear, when I do pull them out, they're more relaxed. I do have hides in there, but they are more lackadaisical. And I feel like this rack, be it the heat, the humidity, or just the darker tubs, the snakes react and respond much better to pretty much everything else.
Like I got here, what day of the week is it? Saturday?
Yeah.
So I got here Tuesday, right? Correct. And we fed Wednesday.
Correct.
And I had a shitty last 2 hours of the trip. Getting them here, the temperatures dropped like 25 degrees. I seriously thought I was going to lose a couple snakes.
Well, I want to talk about that real quick.
I was scared to death. But nonetheless, we got them all inside. We got them all warmed up. We got them back on their heat. And the very next day, he ran me down the Country Critters. I bought 30 African soft furs. They were a little bit smaller than I wanted. I bought everything they had in the store. Came back and started dropping them in tubs and everything. Firing off. They were hitting like mad. And everything I bought, I actually had to get a rat from you, like a regular rat. Because
correct. He went upstairs and he stole my rat.
I did.
And then he killed it with his pie. Which I plan on keeping that rat as a pet, but it is what it is. So I'm going to dip into his video a little bit. I'm not going to talk about it because, again, head over to RACR Reptiles and his video. But when we first popped open his U-Haul trailer, his was Mackenzie, right?
Mackenzie and my leopard.
His Mackenzie and his leopard. The leopard was a big girl. Mackenzie was 300 grams, 250 grams? 250 grams. And it was laying on the bottom of the trailer because, like you said, he hit the potholes and the tubs opened up and one popped out. Or
I hit a hailstorm on, what is that called, the Parkway?
I think it was the Bell Parkway.
Yeah, the Bell Parkway for 30 minutes
right, Joey
straight.
The belt.
30 minutes straight. And the temp dropped drastically. Like when I was in New Jersey, the temperature in my car read like in the 60s. And when I hit the Parkway, it was like in the low 40s. And
took the shitty weather with him, right? So ultimately, one of the snakes popped out. 2 of the snakes. So we open up the trailer, the U-Haul, we throw off the thing. We see her sitting there. And he hands her to me.
I thought she was dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought she was dead also, bro. And that just shows like the
resilience.
Resilience. Yeah, right, exactly. Of these creatures. Because this snake, was pretty much sitting on cold metal for who knows how long, 10 hours, about 45 degrees, depending on when she popped out.
Yeah, no telling when she came out.
I was holding her in my hand. Her head was just flopping from side to side. I remember standing on my porch and actually looking at you and saying, like, yo, I think she's dead, dude. And I put her in my tub with my Coral Glow. Within 30, 40 minutes, she started heating up. Cold-blooded animals started sparking again, and she was good to go. And now she ate the next day. But just these animals are just phenomenal, bro. For that animal to shut down to the point where I think it's dead, and then for it just to bounce back like that is unbelievable.
I was stressed. I'm sure he saw it on my face. I just got here. It was a miserable last 2 hours of the ride with all the weather and everything.
Tell them how a couple of the snakes changed up.
Oh yeah, they if you watch my video, you'll see I talked to people about moving collections. Well, it was kind of unprecedented. People don't move a collection of snake 1,100 miles. Everybody I talked to moved a couple hours. They said,
U-Haul fucking trailer.
Everybody said, tape your tub shut, they'll be fine, and just strap it to the wall. And everything went good all the way through DC, all the way through Delaware, all the way through Jersey. And then I hit New York and fucking nuts.
As soon as he got here, it started fucking hailing. Answer Joy, I think I pissed
it.
Small bladder.
Breeding seasons.
Shall we stay?
I'm from Florida, and there's absolutely no such thing as a breeding season in Florida. But I can't say that for anywhere else. The reason being is Florida's.
You're not in Africa.
Florida's warm 10 months out of the year. If you've ever lived there, you know it's almost hot 10 months out of the year. When it comes to pairing snakes, for me, what I look at is the size of the female, the size of the male, and the way they're acting. You can kind of tell when a female is kind of ready to be paired up. And, a lot of you probably have heard of the 1,000-gram wall of the females hit, the 1,000, 1,100 gram mark, and they kind of go off food. A lot of very experienced breeders told me, look, if they start to go off food at that point, go ahead and hit them up with a male. Give them, not even leaving them in there, but just hit them in there for an hour, pull the male back out, they'll go right back on food. And it's worked for me in the past. So it really depends on how much you can control the climate in your room. If you can keep your ambient temperature, in the high 70s, basically, and if you can keep the hot spot in the high 80s, I think you can breed these snakes year round. But that's my personal opinion. Don't take it as the gospel, because this is just what I know and what I know I've all learned in the past year.
Yeah, so I had no idea what I'm doing. And probably around July, I decided I actually have a Coral Glow het pied that I sold to Saul. I threw that in with Big Mama, and they locked. And that was back in July. Everyone says the breeding season is September, October, November, November-ish.
Mm-hmm.
They locked 4 months previous. Obviously, she still hasn't laid any eggs, but they did lock up. So I don't know. I look at it these snakes instinctually just know the breeding season, but realistically, I know they can store sperm for a while. So, I mean, I guess going forward, I'm going to stick to the quote-unquote breeding season. I'll start pairing them in August and September and just let them rock. And it is what it is. They have eggs earlier or later. It is what it is. I'll try to lock them as many times as I can.
Yeah. Once I get back to Tennessee, I'll have a dedicated area to breed snakes. It'll be its own building. It'll be away from my wife, my kids, everything. And I'll be able to control everything a lot better. And then I think I can pretty much breed year round, just from what I've learned. Yeah.
I mean, I obviously have this basement apartment, which I'll probably end up renting out. I have 3 bedrooms upstairs, and we actually took a tape measure yesterday to see how big this is. You can fit 40 animals in this rack. I can fit 2 of these and a hatchling rack and an incubator in my smallest bedroom upstairs. So I was going to turn downstairs into a giant snake breeding, rat breeding facility. But I spoke to Ozzy, and Ozzy was like, "Big, please don't breed rats in your house. Even if you have the fans kicking the smell out and kicking the exhaust out, they produce so much ammonia which drops to the ground and ultimately seep into your sheetrock and ruin your house." So I was going to turn this into which would be great snake room. I could probably have 10, 20.
What did you measure this room at? 12 by 35 or something?
I think it was 12.5 by 36 feet.
Yeah, and, it's huge.
Yeah, it's like 640 square feet down here, which I was going to turn into a giant snake breeding facility. But ultimately, I think I'm going to rent this out, and then I have my new ARS rack upstairs in my smallest bedroom. And if I ever Was that you?
Hear that. It
It was
wasn't
you.
me.
It was you.
I'd let you know if
It
it
was
was me.
him. So
Shelby, did you shit?
probably she's ruining the white couch because you had to have her up here. So I'm gonna have all my snakes, and I'm probably gonna start breeding African software, just like a small little colony in that small bedroom. And if it gets to the point where I outgrow that bedroom, I have to come down here. I'm doing pretty good, so it's not a big deal. Iguana. Yeah, Reptiles are gangster. Oh, 3B showed up. 3B balls. But you're an hour and 15 minutes late, and like 7 beers deep. So catch up, or move on. What happens? What hasn't happened?
Missing something.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Hasn't happened since I was about 17, though. I'm no more responsible now. Oh, his iguana got outside. Yeah, reptiles, they're cold-blooded, though. So if it starts getting cold, they're going to shut down. What do you think? I mean, they could die.
The thing to remember, though, is a cold reptile is still a live reptile compared to an overheated reptile.
Yeah, we talked about it the other day. Reptiles can get...
They can tolerate cold far better than they can tolerate overheating.
Because they will shut down when hibernation. Not all reptiles hibernate. However, because they're cold-blooded, they will shut down their metabolisms. You can bounce back. With that being said...
He said Long Island doesn't have
potholes. Absolutely. You have never been in Riverhead, bro.
Apparently.
Oh, does it snow here? What are you talking about? Fucking Lewis.
Fuck it. Those aren't potholes. I don't know what the hell they were.
You don't know potholes until you're driving a Mustang that's lower 2 inches, right? With low profile tires, and you hit like a pothole, and it sounds. My exhaust had no play in it. My exhaust, my suspension had no play in it. It was so low, so there was a little bit of play. So when I hit a pothole, like, so I would hit my rear would hit like a pothole, and it's like a shock. I swear to God, I'm gonna crack my fucking frame.
Hey, what's that bridge I cross when I go in?
Arizona.
No, when I cross to go into the Bronx. With a T. Frogs.
Frogs neck?
Frogs.
You can't pronounce frogs?
I don't fucking know.
I
follow.
He talks shit. This guy, man.
Dude, when I get across that, the potholes like multiply.
Boogie down Bronx, baby. Nobody cares about the Bronx.
Apparently.
Yeah, so when I first got my pastel NG pie female, I had her in a tub by herself. I didn't have any room because I hadn't given Saul the Coral Globe hide male.
Yeah.
So I had her on a tub by herself with a heat pan. Now I left it unchecked and no thermostat. Just got through to be a couple weeks, not a big deal. But what ended up happening is it burnt her belly.
You burn a snake?
Yes. So I thought I was going to lose.
You should feel terrible.
Okay, Rob.
Okay,
you almost killed 3 snakes in your fucking crowd. So I felt it burnt her, and I have some videos. A couple pictures. I went to the Rite Aid or whatever the hell it was, Walgreens, got some ointment for her, laid on her. After one shed, she was good. However, like Rob said before, I feel like it's not good to either one, but if the snake gets cold, you can probably bounce back. If it gets hot, you can ultimately kill that snake, right? I mean, I burnt my snake. I felt absolutely terrible about it. So listen, if you ever use like a heat pad, make sure it's checked, or at least maybe provide some sort of barrier.
It's got to be on a thermostat, bro.
Yeah, I had no thermostat, so it went unchecked.
You can get the super cheap thermostats for like $40, and they're effective.
So 3 B balls of eggs and how your eggs are doing. Explain that.
I'm kind of nervous about the eggs. If you've watched my video, you know I had to bring eggs with me. And in hindsight, a week ago, I
had my incubator ready for you.
Yeah, he had the incubator ready. Everything was set up, and I put them on a heating pad, hooked to a thermostat, in a cooler on the right here. But the temperatures fluctuated far more than I wanted them to, and I can't drive for 18 hours and constantly monitor the eggs. So I was monitoring like once an hour, but I'm still concerned about them. I stabilized the eggs with multiple toothpicks. I didn't want them moving whatsoever. And apparently the toothpicks absorbed a lot of moisture and caused mold to grow on the eggs. So just this afternoon, I was looking at them. I'm like, what in the hell?
Smelled a little bit too.
Yeah, they just looked.
Well, you shopped to, where'd you go?
Went to Rite Aid.
And you picked up
some tenactin, like foot powder.
Well, you checked them. They still had veins, right?
Yeah, I checked them all. They still got veins. Everything looks good on the inside, but on the outside, they just don't look good. So I basically coated them in tenactin, which is an antifungal, and I'm just hoping that they make it. They look a little bit more dehydrated than I wanted them to look at this point. And, of course, the outside had some mold on them. So that's why I put the antifungal. basically the what is it?
Spit it out, Ralph.
What's it called?
Fungus?
What's the shit on your feet? Oh, I can't remember.
Fungus.
No. What's the other name for it?
I don't know. But we're praying that they should be paid. They should be okay, and they'll be a fucking miracle. Thanks.
Yeah,
what's
if they are, I'm going to name them Miracle 1, 2, 3.
That's it, baby. What's the hatch date?
We're
We're 3 weeks deep right now.
Yeah, 5:30.
5:30.
According to Siri, because that's the one I asked.
You can't count up to like
I
past
said
50. So
I said, give me 58.
athlete.
Yeah, athlete's fine. Exactly.
Which is fungus.
Yes. That's why I coated them in the antifungal powder.
Right as usual. All right. Any more questions? Nobody's giving us questions. You guys suck. Come on.
There's 14 of you, and we've gotten questions.
We have 14 friends. That's it. 15. 15 now.
In the entire United
have another beer?
States.
Yeah, we're gonna have. We have plenty of beers. I don't know. Like, are you trying to talk shit to us? Like, who are you talking to? Like, I'm a 280-pound Nick, and he's Greek, so you know he has no morals. Are you drinking 3B balls?
Where's 3B? He's out of Ohio, right?
I have no idea. Look, he's getting nasty. What's your intake, Python? What's your intake on pythons being illegal? What's illegal? Retics and Burmese. Which that reminds me, my retics in Jersey is not in New York.
Brooklyn has the biggest problem. Is that true? You work there?
Brooklyn is a fucking shit show. There's nothing good about Brooklyn other than the overtime. Okay, let's be honest. Ball pythons aren't illegal in New York.
What's the vitamin water?
He's saying we're going to be dehydrated. He's calling us drunk retards.
I can get D5W. I can get shit from work and like rehydrate.
Yeah. Let's get the IVs going. We'll get this is what we're going to do. The next video, we're going to get blackout hammered off of whiskey. We're going to have IVs and see how long it takes us to bounce back.
Cleveland translate.
Yes, Brooklyn sucks with the driving. It destroyed my Mustang. It destroyed my brand new car. What is it? I got it. That broke my way. Oh, that's right. That's who you are, 3B. That's right. That's right.
Super nice.
They fucked you. That's right. Remember, they weren't giving him like the line of duty injury.
Yeah.
What was I say? So as far as I know, New York City, I think selling ball pythons is illegal. Ball pythons are not illegal in New York. They sell them at PetSmart and Petco and all these bullshit commercial places. Retics, Burmese, obviously venomous snakes, other snakes like that require some sort of permit. That's why my retic is in New Jersey and not on my kitchen table. Okay? But realistically, if you're not a dick, like what's the big deal? Like retics just get big. I understand like venomous snakes being illegal just because if you get tagged, if I get tagged by a python, a ball python, or a reticulated python, it sucks, it hurts, a little bit of blood. You get tagged by a venomous snake, it could cause a fucking problem. One of the biggest potholes I've ever seen. You can put a pole in them. You're absolutely right. You put a pole in them. Oh, you did? Good for you, bro. Because remember he was having issues with they weren't making a line of duty or whatever for him.
Yeah, it was
good for you, bro.
Hey, before we move on snakes, I got one more thing. Last night, he and I were drinking a beer, and what were we eating? McDonald's or something? Or Wendy's? Burger King in the middle of
Wendy's the day before.
And we were talking about the greatest athlete ever. And he thinks it's LeBron James.
Okay, let me explain something. I hate LeBron James. I absolutely hate LeBron James. But with that being said, he is 6'9", 270 pounds, 260 pounds, moves like a savage, can catch anything thrown to him. I think if you put him in any sport, he'll dominate physically. What I mean is this: Bo Jackson, gangster as fuck. You put LeBron James with Bo Jackson, he's gonna bully the shit out of him. That's a big strong.
LeBron James is gonna bully Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Rob's showing his age right now. Can we stick to the pipe?
I'm 44 years old, and I'm telling you right now, I've saw 3 remarkable athletes in my life. Herschel Walker.
Devin Baker. I'm chunky, I'm funky, and I'm agile for a big boy.
Bo Jackson and Michael Jordan. The rest of you, no, they don't count.
Fuck LeBron. You know, I thought you called me a Saint worshipper because I'm a Mason, which we'd have some issues there. Fucking biggest potholes. So my understanding is this: I met up with a kid. Hopefully they hash and you name them. COVID clutch. Yeah.
That would be
COVID 1,
awesome.
2, and 3.
Yeah. Lewis is in. I'm pretty sure the Bronx, right? Lewis, are you Bronx ball pythons? Just answer. Because we got to get him out here for the cookout in June.
Yeah, we're gonna have some people together. We have a bunch of breeders or snake people on Instagram and YouTube.
Breeders keepers.
We're gonna get whether it's a cookout or whether it's just coming out for a fire, some beers, I'm gonna have some people over my house. So the more the merrier. So hit me up on Instagram or hit Rob up on Instagram if you're local. I'm in Yaphank Shirley area, so it's exit or Wing Floyd exit. So if you can make it out here, it's not too close.
Basically.
Correct. Saul, I expect you to be here if you're still in this channel.
Yeah.
Redline, if you can spend 20 grand a day on snakes, I expect you to be here. Porter, I mean, you don't leave your couch at work, so it's fine.
Queens Joe, I expect him to be here.
Correct. And what's the little guy's name?
Yeah, we're talking about Harry.
Yeah.
Harry Wayne. He's probably not on.
Let's answer this guy's question
earlier today.
So my understanding is you can't sell ball pythons in the 5 boroughs. Because I went to pick up my banana pie mail from a guy in Brooklyn, in the Crooklyn. Redline's still here. Yeah, nothing to do in the firehouse as usual. So I picked my, rakes down, rakes up, crip, blood, right? So I picked my banana pie mail up in the Bronx from a Puerto Rican kid. And as I got out,
why is it going to be Puerto Rican?
Because it was in the Brooklyn. That's just reality. It is what it is. Yeah. Listen, I'm a straight shooter, guys. I am not racist. I am not prejudiced, but it is what it is. Puerto Rican.
You should see me ordering a sandwich in the Bronx.
I told him I'm walking the block. Shit's gonna pop off, and I'm not gonna be there to help him. So anyway,
I have to write the shit down.
I can't finish my fucking story for 3 seconds. So long story short, I got out. He saw my shield. He saw my gun. He got nervous because of the sting operation, and that's where I realized. That's where I learned you can't sell ball pythons. He's like, bro, you're not trying to arrest me, are you? I'm like, I just want to buy your banana pie, man. So I believe in the 5 boroughs you can't sell ball pythons. I don't know if you can own them. I do know in New York State, a lot of pythons and snakes are illegal. Retakes, Burmese, any venomous snakes.
Good.
Yeah, Trini. I got a Trini. So you know what's funny is when I arrested
Nigerian too, bro. Lots of Nigerian.
Well, here's the thing. I work in a precinct that is predominant Juve, West Indian Parade. That's me. So it's all West City, Trini, Grenadian, Haitian, Jamaican, etc. Great people, great culture, violent as fuck, which I respect. I get it. That's just their culture. In certain precincts, there's a lot of Trinity. Essentially, my precinct just bounced in the Bronx. I think it's the 4-7. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it's the 4-7 precinct, which can be really, 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 really bad.
Robbie's right.
Gold?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. That's fine.
Moldy eggs that turn into gold. You hit everything you want.
Yeah, I whatever.
You didn't even know what a supernova was a week ago.
Because let me explain something. We have this group text I'm talking about, right? And I actually work for a living. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a firefighter that sits in a firehouse doing nothing, right? So I come back to 200 text messages. What do I get? I get Baker's a bitch. Where's Baker? I get donut memes. I got his son making donut shit with a pride flag behind my back. I get Baker answer. Then I get super normal shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What is a super normal? What are you talking about? Which now I know is an ongoing joke with Ball Python. I didn't know that at the time. So they just fucking terrorized me for 3 hours.
I gotta find the photo now. Yeah, man.
That's funny. I could imagine the person's face like that. Yeah. You know what's funny, dude? I have another story about that, Andrew. So when I had my Mustang, this is 2013, I think 2012, when I first got on. I had my Mustang. I raced a kid in Mexico, which is legal to race. I raced a kid in a Civic. Now at that time I was still in uniform. Uniform was, the tack pants with the turtleneck.
They make tech pants that size?
Yeah, it fits my dick. He's laughing. I'm not going to show it to him. So it has NYPD thing here. It has NYPD across your neck. So I raced this kid. We were doing allegedly 150, 160 miles an hour down the road over there in Medford, which is in Mexico. And I got out to talk to him about the cars. Because if you have cars you race, you pull over to talk to people about the cars just because that is all I deal with nonstop. And honestly, I'm about to leave the group text because it's bullying. And this is 2020, and I can be what I want to be. So I got out of the car, just to talk about the Civic, because the Civic went side by side. My Mustang, which ran high 11s and mid 11s. I got out. As soon as I got out, he saw my gun, he saw my turnout. He was like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck." I was like, "Oh no, dude, it's cool. I'm totally in the car." I was like, "Oh thank God." And he actually turned to one of my good buddies. He got the car lift. We're helping work on my Mustang and shit. Good guys, but I can't go in public. Who's he talking about? Oh, Trini? Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, question time. What do I put my pied female? Ultra male to make double heads or super OD YB head pied? I super OD yellow head
is
pied.
hard to go bad because Guaranteed
Absolutely.
OD, and you got a chance at
Were you in Brooklyn, Lewis? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, I agree with you. Not to don't make the double heads. Try to hit one of those. Where in Brooklyn are you? I bought the
out here because he's rich. See the shit he bought today? Oh my god!
pythons and boas are completely illegal, or just a sale of them. That I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. But
Boas are.
where are you from in Brooklyn? The Crook.
The blind 4-year-old.
It's ridiculous.
Tell me this: there's 14 of us in here. I know there's some people from New York. Who in June can make a cookout?
Me in June.
Shirley.
You're gonna be around in June?
Yeah, it's mid-June when my contract's up, and it might be longer. We want to get as many people out here as we can. We're gonna kill a pig. I'm gonna teach Baker to shoot a bow. He's gonna shoot it, and we'll see what happens. So Joe's gonna be there. Andrew's gonna be there. Got it. Who else? And listen, guys, it's just not you that are on here right now. If you got other people that keep or breed snakes that are in the area, please let them know. Tell them to hit one of us up because we want to get as many people out here as we can. I want to meet everybody I can before I leave and go back to Tennessee. Because if all I meet is Baker while I'm here, I'm gonna consider it like maybe
I have like
breaking fucking even.
Where's my beer? You know what's funny is I've used that bathroom more in the last hour than I had in last year owning this house. I peed in that bathroom 3 times in the last hour. And I've used the bathroom twice before. We're losing people here. We gotta keep. Where are you from in Brooklyn? I'll be there. I can definitely be there. That's it. Whoever wants to come, I guess we should make a post that.
Yeah.
We'll pick a date.
All you got to do is hit one of us up. It's going to be mid.
BYOB though. She touched my beer. It's going to be a fight.
Yeah. We drink this Montauk shit that he taught me. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Montauk. Montauk.
I mean, you know what the fuck I am. It's just Montauk. But okay.
Just Montauk.
Where are you from, Lewis? Where are you from in Brooklyn? You gonna butt the pig or you call him the pig or me the pig? No, I mean probably just get like the burgers and hot dogs, bro.
No, we're gonna get a hog.
You can get a fucking hog.
It's easy to get a hog.
We're not in the South, bro.
There's no woods around here. There's nowhere to shoot a hog.
Yeah,
but where do you go bow hunting?
We're whitetail. I'm not shooting fucking boars on Long Island.
Really? There's not a boar on Long Island.
Unless you count a couple of my exes. No. You're gonna buy that pig or shoot it? I mean, I was just gonna.
We'll buy a fucking pig. No,
I was gonna get hamburgers.
No, we're not gonna do hamburgers. That's bullshit.
Let the heck take over. Lewis, where are you from in Brooklyn? Any more questions, guys? We're running out of things to talk about. I'll sit here quiet all day.
So look, we got Lewis on board. We got Joe on board. We got Andrew on board. And I've already explained to him, invite your friends. A Puerto Rican kid that's perfect. I love Puerto Rican kids.
Talking about I don't know. He came out of his apartment. Drunk. I'm going on a hog hunt. We're in South Carolina. You know what's funny is they have
Kyle, can you drive a hog up here in say mid-June?
No, dude. So you got to go to Tioga in Pennsylvania. It's like they call it the high fence hunting.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's like it's fucked up.
It's fucking cheating. Is what it is.
Yeah, but like you pay $900, you get a 400-pound pig. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the snakes. So what?
Kyle's bringing it up, bro.
Well, here's the thing. So I tried to breed rats once. Let me explain this story.
I don't even want to know about this. Is the statute of limitations up?
That's not even a good joke, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So I tried to breed rats at one point. I went to Country Critters. I bought like 4 females and 2 males.
You mean you bought?
I bought 2 males, 4 females. I put them in a 42-quart tub. I put holes in them. I had the water. I treat them correctly. 2 end up bush. All right. I work in these Flatbush Browns. So
hard.
I'll drop you off on Crip Castle and never see you again, Rob. So
I'll stick out for sure.
I'm in the Bronx Python. I would say we can wait on. You're gonna have a fucking.
Say Cuba's.
Get your incubator running as soon as possible. Don't wait till, oh, fuck, I have eggs, and then get up.
No. At least a week out.
Correct. Have it up.
Minimum.
I've had mine running. The first eggs to go to or Ross and shut Tuesday because Big Mama does what the fuck she wants.
Jay, are you going to be able to make a cookout in Shirley? I'm fucking drunk, bro.
5 years.
5 years. I had 4 before you woke up.
No, that might be true. I did like 12 of them. I thought about breeding rats, but I can't do it. So I tried to breed them. I had 4 females, 2 males in a little like tub. 2 ended up dying.
Later, red light.
Oh,
There you go.
I mean, good night, bro. It's like 7:30 in your house right now. No, they're not more important than us. So,
oh my God, did he really say that?
He did.
I'm disappointed. Can we take him out of the group text for that?
No. So, long story short, I ended up just feeding them off to my snakes. You check this out. So, one of them got loose in my house. I ended up getting them. Then one, I have a rule. If you survive my gauntlet of my sea serpent rack like 3 times, I let you go. I let one go, and I think it made it back to my yard. But that being said, one of my neighbors grows pumpkins and squash. I don't know if that's where the rack came from. But Shelby here, if you look at my Instagram channel, I was walking up to my house, and all of a sudden she takes off. I'm looking, and she just destroyed a rat on me. So I think one of the rats I tried to breed had gotten loose or made its way into my yard, and she ended up finishing it off. I'm not entirely sure. But I will try to breed. How many times did you say bushwick, Lou? So I will try to breed African soft fur rats, just because all of our research, or all of you we've spoken to, have said that they grow much better and respond better to African soft fur. So
I've had that.
Yeah. So with relatively small collections of snakes, there's no reason not to breed African soft furs or try to feed them solely based upon that, because I do believe per gram it is better nutrition value than regular rats. Baker, now that you see ARS rack, you're gonna pull the trigger. I'm taking his.
Yeah.
So long story short, I have a sea serpent, PVC racks upstairs, and which you guys seen in some of my videos. But with the ARS behind me, instead of him purchasing or renting a U-Haul trailer for $300 and breaking this bitch down and bringing it back, we're just gonna put it upstairs in my new reptile room. I'm going to buy it from him. We're going to work out some sort of deal, and he's just going to order another one to get shipped to his house. Ultimately, bro, if you guys looking for rack systems, this ARS rack, from day one, I was impressed by it. I was enthralled with it, and I want nothing other than ARS racks at this point. Okay, I have 3 weeks left from 3 weeks left in what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, guys, the ARS rack, this thing is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like
Jay, are you going to be able to make it out to Shirley for a cookout?
Jay
Cuba.
Oh, Jay Cuba.
Cuba.
What I said.
It's Cuba if you're from the South. Cuba.
You're from Florida. You're essentially Cuban. you're much closer to Cuba than you are fucking New York. So you
very much so.
Yeah, you're very close. Right, hour and 40 minutes now. This is ridiculous. Nobody's gonna watch it.
There's 11 people watching. And you know what?
It's probably my mom, your mom, my dad, your dad.
That's the people I care about.
That's it. Size matters, guys. Grunt style. So yeah, I love the ARS rack. I think it looks better. Let's be honest. Like everybody wants to don't look like a fucking mess, right? You're gonna make YouTube videos. You're gonna start selling snakes. People come to your house. He even said that there's some YouTube channels we watch where like they have different sort of rack systems. Not that it looks ghetto, but it's just, I guess, where it's anal, being cops or being, he's a nurse or whatever the case may be. Like, you want uniformity and you want it to look nice and
a nice, clean.
Yeah, like look how nice this looks. It looks. We're actually going to make a video. Like I said, I mentioned earlier in this live bullshit that my snakes seem to respond differently than his do, and we believe that probably because the heat or the humidity, because it's a better system, but also because his tubs are grayed out opposed to mine, which are clear. So we're actually going to take a video of my snakes, how they react when I open the tub up, put them in here, have that video, the time-lapse bullshit video of us put it in here, and then a week later, a couple days later, I'm going to see how my snakes react when I open the tubs up in the ARS rack. And I really, truly believe that they're going to respond better to food, respond better to me, and just ultimately be like a happier snake, if that makes sense. Save it for freedom, breed ARS, and then surf them. Yeah, so listen, I bought my 2 racks on Craigslist, and actually one on Craigslist from Richard. What do you got?
Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
I am not bringing up the Juve. I will talk about Juve in a second. I make a lot of overtime with Juve. I have a lot of stories about Juve. I'm not going to talk about here, Lewis. We can talk in person. Juve is – I fucking love Winston Day Parade. I love Juve weekend. Trust me when I say that. Damn, too much not playing from basketball player. So when it comes to like working your way up, so I purchased my first ball python I had in like a little 10-gallon tank. It was a hatchling. I put Big Mama in a big tub with a heat pad. Then I went to the White Plains show and I bought that 5-tub sea serpent rack upstairs with a thermostat for like $170. Then I bought from RACR Reptiles, where I got my male from the Corgoshik Mojave, that boy, from 3-tub rack system sea serpent. I like the racks; they are nice. With that being said, if you can't afford this, you can make your own. And maybe before you leave, we'll go to Home Depot, we'll make our own, just to show you if you can make your own. But ultimately, go ahead.
There's another thing that ARS doesn't advertise and you won't see. You can buy literally one level,
right?
Like 4 tubs and the base. You can add on every time you want and they'll ship it to you. So say you had 12 snakes, or say you had 10 or 8. You could buy 3 levels, have room for 12. You can buy that individually, have it sent to you, and then say you want to buy more, you can add a couple more levels at a time until you got this. I chose to order the whole damn thing because I lost my mind all at once. But don't be afraid to call these companies. They'll work situations with you. They want to sell their stuff.
Yeah. So piggybacking off what he said, I spoke to Ozzy Boyd for 2 hours yesterday, the day before, and he said he started making his own racks or buying the. I'm not putting down the PCV or the Meltite or the fuck it's called racks.
Melamine. All that stuff works great. I'm a neat freak. I'm a clean freak.
These racks are better, guys.
It's just afford this rack to clean and maintain.
To buy this rack, like he said, the base for this rack I think is like $390.
Joe, I'm feeling great.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I thank God that he's up here when the bars aren't open. If I took him to Babylon or Natural, like this guy would be fucking. I would leave him in a dumpster because he just can't hang. He can't hang. You can't. I would. You're drunk already. They even see it. Like it's a fucking webcam. They know you're drunk. So you can buy the base. The reason why you're gonna buy the base, you see, I'm on target because I'm not drunk. You buy the base because it has wheels on it. Ultimately, that is the bottom floor, and you need because this is the hybrid. It has like the plastic in between to connect them. You need the base to build up from. You can buy the base. I think it's a little more expensive, right?
A little bit.
You're drunk. So you can buy each
maybe
level,
$100 more bucks with the wheels.
Yeah, it's like $70 or $80 to $100 more for the bottom. Then you can buy each top level for I believe like $290.
Not even.
You can add up from there.
Like 100.
It was like 283 or something.
Your math's really bad up here on Long Island.
Numbers are numbers. So yeah, you can build up. And also, you don't have to buy the full thing like Rob did. How much did you? It was $2,300 plus $360 shipping, correct?
Yeah, I think I got almost $2,700. You got to look at it like government house.
Yeah, explain how you.
I broke it down per tub. What's it going to cost?
It's like the pink houses.
Yeah, it's like what's it going to cost me? It's like $65 shipped to my house. Well, $65 if you break down. At the time, I broke down Freedom Breeder and I broke down what's the company that went out of business? TGR. Freedom Breeder was like over $90. TGR was over $100.
He broke it down per tub. It's hard to explain because he's drunk hard. He broke it down per. Don't look at me like that.
I was like Donald Trump.
Don't look at me with that cross-eyed. You cross-eyed motherfucker.
So snake housing projects.
Yo, Pink House. Yo, I had some fucking parties in the Pink Houses, Joey. Oh, you live in Queens. You're on the border of East New York, bro. I got some stories with the Pink Houses. We'll talk. You have no idea. Happy to be here right now. I mean, my rack's holding Freedom Breed tubs. Yeah, the Freedom tubs are ravishing good. Yes, he is. The rack is good for adults. So up to what? They say 3,000 grams.
I say 2,500.
Correct. Like Big Mama can go in there. I'll take a picture of her in here. But realistically, they have the 10 set. They have 229 per level. But how much is the bottom level? I believe the bottom level is
right around 300.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
So is the heat system separate, or can you get it with it? I was with it, correct?
It comes with it. Now, if you buy the whole 40 system, you get I bought the insulated heat panels for 10 levels, and then it comes with the heat strip, like or not the heat strip, but what's it called?
Well, like the sea serpent racks, you have the heat tape that you see that you etch through it. These have like panels that slide in. They slide in on the left side here. Rob has every individual level has its own plug, and it has a big, I guess, what do you call it, power cord, power outlet,
power strip.
So each power strip, so each strip is about, it's as long as this, about 4 to 5 inches thick.
They're 5 inches insulated.
5 inches and then insulated. They slide right in. I highly, highly, highly recommend the ARS rack, guys. I love this rack. For the moment, putting together with him, all he had to mention was, it's easier for me to leave it here. You buy it for me. I'm gonna need it anyway. At the end of the day, this is 40 snakes, guys. If your collection exceeds 40 snakes, you're doing pretty good. You can afford another rack.
Basically, what I'm gonna do is
the wheelbase is at 110. Wheelbase is more than that.
No, just the wheelbase separately.
Oh, without any, maybe.
And nothing else. No heat, nothing.
Okay.
Basically, what we worked out was he's gonna buy this rack from me. I'm gonna call ARS about 4 weeks out from me heading home. They're gonna ship me.
Freedom Breeders is more expensive, but it's relatively the same.
Yes, for my money, ARS is better than Freedom Breeder, just for the fact that ARS is $65 a tub times 40. If I do Freedom Breeder, it's almost $100.
You're good.
$100 is a lot of money to me, guys. I work my ass off. When I'm working in the ICU and I'm dealing with dying people,
that is the difference.
It's a huge difference to me. Like how many hours I spend dealing with people. Like yesterday, I worked with 2 patients, neither one of which I think are probably alive right now. That's a big fucking deal because like I did everything I could do to keep them alive to the end of my shift, and that's all I can do. But like no shit, they're probably already gone. So it's a huge deal when I spend money. I'm a fucking cheapskate. It just is what it is.
Oh, you're being a Debbie Downer.
No, I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I fucking bust my ass to make money.
No, Joey,
to buy all the shit.
Honestly, dude, buy the base, right, with all the heat. It's not 110. That might just be like the actual just base with no heat or no fucking pumps. Yeah. But buy the base, buy 2 or 3 levels, and buy a level. You can stack them. You can buy the level, stack it. Yeah. Buy the next level, stack it. Yeah. And that's what I will do. I'm going to purchase this from him just because I'm going to fill it up relatively quickly. And then once I buy
Are you sure? You always talk about buying snakes, but I never really see you buying snakes.
Female. That's female.
$6,000.
Yeah, I bought a car. Yeah, a fucking female.
What's insurance on a snake?
0. No, you made me panic, man. Don't fucking start.
What if she dies in transit?
Why would you? No, it's not my problem.
What if she dies 2 days after she
dies? I'm paying all your snakes.
I got a piss.
Only complaining about ARS assembly. Yeah, so Rob has a video about cleaning it. Aside from that, clean like a freedom. Yeah, I mean, just watching Rob put his cocoa in there to breed them. I also love the tubs because they have the built-in cups with them. With my sea serpent racks, I bought like the heavy-duty dog bowls, which the snakes can't flip over. But with that, it's built in. It's really nice. It's really good to go. It's really, really easy to clean. I love this rack, guys. I highly recommend ARS. Yes and no. What's fucked up, Joey? This stuff was fucked up. I don't know what he says fucked up.
Probably
yeah. I mean, the Freebreeder does have the things that pull out and whatnot for like the tables, but realistically, guys, like unless you're like crazy big time breeders that make that big of a difference, just get a push cart or have a folding table. That's the way I feel.
Hey, I have absolutely nothing against Freedom Breeder. If I was independently wealthy, I would probably buy all Freedom Breeder stuff. I think
you're making like $7,000 a week right now. You are independent wealthy.
No, I have a wife and children.
Right.
Have you ever seen what my wife demands of me?
I have a dog. I'm a sucker for convenience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was, Joe. He was. He said, "What would happen if my snake died in transit? The expensive snake." How much ventilation did you go through with your FP rack? We don't have a Freedom Breeder rack.
Yeah.
It's ARS.
I have the 25%, and even though I'm in Florida where most people get more,
this is ridiculous.
I went with 25 because I'm moving to Tennessee.
Yeah. What's in my head? So more.
Yes, the Freedom Breeder does allow a little bit more room at the front, and actually in this 5540, you can put Freedom Breeder tubs if you wanted to. I'm partial to ARS just for the fact that they're so much less expensive. This poor dog. Baker neglects this dog. He only feeds her 3 times a day. And he only pets her 50 times a day. That's why she looks so sad. I was explaining to him how neglected poor Shelby is.
Yo, that dog. That dog cost me $4 a day to feed. That dog, if I order a steak, she gets a steak. She sleeps on my bed. She goes on the couch. She does what she wants to do. She's always like moping. Look at me. She's always like so upset. You know, that dog does whatever she wants to do. Ventilation, plus the freedom breeder tubs and the water bowl in the back of the foot. Yeah, so the water bowl in this one is more towards one end, depending where you want to put it, but the freedom breeder is in the middle, right?
He said 800 more. Well, that's not just 800 more because you have to figure in shipping.
Shipping is ridiculously more.
I shipped this rack originally from Indianapolis to Florida, and it cost me $365. When I contacted Freedom Breeder, because I did a price cost analysis on 3 different racks, to have a Freedom Breeder the same size, same amount of tubs shipped from California to Florida was going to be $900. So it's going to be $800 more for the rack plus $600 more for the shipping. So you're looking at almost $1,500 more bucks. And yes, you can get the free pickup at Tinley, but you have to get that way out in advance because that fills up really quick because they only bring 1 truck.
You can order piece by piece,
53. Yeah, and you can. I like the ARS.
Yeah, Pitbull's to me are hands down the best breed. Mutation Lab, you missed a lot. Missed an hour and 51 minutes of Rob getting drunk and embarrassing himself.
Hey, fuck it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the ARS rack, guys. I really do. I was completely impressed as soon as I saw it. As soon as I saw the way Snakes responded, I highly recommend it over your traditional rack system, Sea Serpent, and so on and so on. Not that they're not good. My snakes have been there for last year. But just the way his snakes respond just by opening the tubs is so much better.
Kyle, and that's my point. And if you want Freedom Breeder and you can afford to get Freedom Breeder to where you want it to be, absolutely.
But sometimes you're paying for their name. And that happens with a lot of products.
But that's okay if that's what you want. Because it's a quality product.
So Freedom Breeder is great. Freedom Breeder is great.
I'm not saying anything bad about Freedom Breeder. I use their thermostat. I use their cocoa blocks. It's fabulous. I'll probably get one of those cocoa block shakers because I'll just like the coconut be clean when I put it in. But at the same time, I have to be. If I bought 3 of these, say at $2,300 a piece, compared to 3 Freedom Breeders at $3,000 a piece, that extra money can buy me 3 more snakes.
Right. So if you look at it like that, 3B, you have 10 levels of ARS from Freedom Breeder for 14 levels of ARS. That's 16 snakes, man. That's what I look at. 16 snakes. So every 2 Freedom Breeders is a full ARS rack you're missing. Yeah. So you have 2 Freedom Breeders and 3 ARS racks. That's what I look at. Yeah, I mean, listen, think anything else. Freedom Breeder is great. I've seen it at some of the shops I've gone to. I've seen it at some of the shows. I was really impressed by the ARS rack. I really like the ARS rack.
They're obviously the top of the food chain when it comes to ball python racks. You just have to choose. And like I'm OCD, so constantly analyze numbers. And that's what I do. Because like I said, if I can get the same amount of space and I'm comfortable taking care of them in this compared to the Freedom Breeder, that extra money buys me more ball pythons. And more ball pythons is truly what we all want in this. Am I right?
Well, Baker, can you give Rob his sobriety? Oh, he's done.
Bro.
If he gets in the car, I'll make it 6 hours overtime minimum. There's no doubt in my mind. If I pulled Rob over right now, I'll just look at him and just get the fuck out of here. Come on, let's go. He has new bracelets.
I'm gonna fight too. It's gonna be bad.
I hope you do. I hope you do, bro. You have no idea.
He's a big teddy bear.
Yeah, still a bear. That's what everyone says. He's a big teddy bear. Still a bear. You remember that? I still have, but sobriety test, OCD. Yeah, I mean,
everybody that makes it to the cookout, I'm going to show you how he loses at arm wrestling.
I will arm wrestle you. Your 2 arms against my 1. I bet you know my arm.
I bet I break
you. This is beer muscles talking. I'm going to have to cut this live shit off because he's out of control. I got him from the bed on a low mattress. We're talking about companies. Can you guys give me an opinion on a breeder's circle? I mean, no, I have no idea what that is.
Breeder Circle is a company out of Miami, and I don't know much about their animals. I know I've looked at their
Get old anyway. Hey, Eddie's from Florida. Exactly. Don't poke the bear. You know what you're doing. I'm calm. I'm gentle. You keep poking me, you're gonna get bit. Like the desert ghost that did it before.
Yes, she did twice. Breeder Circle. I don't know much about their animals because I haven't looked at them much, but I know they sell.
Sounds good, Johnny.
I looked at.
Pick up some jerk chicken.
What was I looking at on their site? Oh, the ultrasounds. They have ultrasounds.
Right.
A little bit pricey.
Well, you know, explain how purchasing an ultrasound, even though it's like roughly $1,000, why they can save you time and why you can utilize your males to females better. Or do you want me to explain it because you're drunk?
I'll explain it. Okay. I use ultrasounds to start IVs, to gain access, to give people medications and whatnot. Looking back, Breeder Circle does sell one, and I think it's about $2,300. I think
$1,000.
No, Breeder Circle has one for $2,300.
I just got a breeder male.
A lot of people buy it. It's pretty expensive.
That's nice, Robbie.
You can find one on Amazon for about $1,000. They're super simple to use for what you need. All you're measuring is size of follicles. All you want to see is follicle growth in your females. If your female's not growing follicles, you are wasting your male pairing them up. So, like, what's the number you got when you first got into it? How many?
1 to 3.
Yeah, everybody gets that 1 to 3. That's without an ultrasound. If you get an ultrasound, you can pair a male up to
I'll help you out, Kyle.
8 or 9 females. So because you can drop those females off that aren't available.
Right. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Rob explained this to me earlier. Again, we are both new, so we have knowledge. He has knowledge. I have knowledge. He has knowledge. We kind of combine together to make a somewhat competent breeder. So essentially, when you use the ultrasound, you're gonna measure the follicles of your female. If you see that these follicles are growing in the female, i.e. from 9 to 14 to 20 to 25 millimeters, then you know to start pairing them up. So if you correct. So if you have a male that you want to pair up, like a crazy, what the fuck do we call it? We always call it little buzz male myself.
The hammers.
Yeah, just a crazy genetic male.
Yeah.
Now you want
to drop him on many females. He's a hammer. He can nail anything and produce shit.
Powerhouse. That's what it is. Powerhouse. So if you want to, okay, I'll give you my hammer. So if you want to lock this male with X amount of females, if you're just randomly putting him in with tubs, right? So you have your 1 powerhouse male and 3 females, and you put them with these females as much as you can. That's great, and you have like a 1-3 ratio. However, if you use the ultrasound machine, and then you see that female 1 and 2 is growing follicles, but female 3 and 4 is not, but female 5, 6, 7 is growing follicles, you know to skip the females that are not growing follicles and put it with your male. Therefore, you're utilizing the time of your male more effectively. What are you fucking laughing at? That's right.
3, no, you're exactly right. 3B just said we're both drunk.
I'm getting buzzed. Right. I'm there. I'm getting close. So ultimately, when you have the ultrasound machine, you can see what females ultrasound machine. You can see what females are good to go. So if a female's not growing follicles, you don't want to waste your male with them. So when you use your ultrasound machine, you're skipping that step. So you're able to utilize your male with more females. If that makes sense, text us tomorrow. We'll tell you.
It made perfect sense to drunk Rob.
Right. I mean, I explained it decently well. Shelby had enough. She's sleeping. Rob, do a video on a sheep weight ultrasound. He did the
I'll do one. There's an ultrasound on Amazon that I'm probably going to buy. It's like $1,000. And
he's rich now because he makes $1,000 an hour.
I do not make $1,000 an hour.
Right. Who doesn't, Robbie? Right? Am I right? Rob's gonna be good to go tonight for me to pay that much. Actually,
is there any Sicilian girls around here?
Yeah, probably.
I love Sicilian girls. Brunettes, fair skin.
YouTube. I hope your wife's watching. I hope your wife's watching.
Have you ever seen my wife? Brunette, fair skin.
I hope your wife's watching.
She'll completely understand.
I hope she's watching. By the way, hey, thank you guys for answering questions. You two are the first I know. No, dude, we're newbies. Kyle, we are newbies. We just are fortunate enough to where we met.
I get the top bunk 3D.
I'm not even gonna answer that question. If you guys don't know him, right, he's 75 years old. Like, he can't do anything. So, Kyle, we're both newbies ourselves. We just happen to align ourselves or hit it off with some OGs that really share their information with us, share their knowledge with us.
And
so we're always gonna. Stop interrupting me. So we're always going to answer people's questions and talk to people.
Guys, don't be afraid to ask these people that know what they're doing questions.
They're all super humble, which we spoke about.
It might take them a while to get back to you, but if you're cordial with them, if you're not an asshole with them, they've all been nice to me. This community has completely rotated in the past 10 years. A lot of these guys are welcoming you. They want to see you succeed because they sell shit that not many people can afford.
More or less. So we were talking today with Miguel from Always Evolving Reptiles and Mike from Redline. And afterwards, I had texted Mike on the side from Redline and was talking about, listen, I appreciate it. The guy sounds like a fucking gentleman for how big he is. Talking about Miguel from Always Evolving. And he said 10, 15 years ago.
Like, no shit. I was eating what? Fucking Burger King. Checkers in front of you. You pissed off, even though I asked you what you wanted. You said nothing.
I'm like a female.
Like talking to Miguel, talking to Redline, just bullshitting.
You completely interrupted my story.
Go ahead.
That didn't even make any sense. That made no sense. So
they're that fucking cordial that they just sit there and
more or less correct.
Fast food.
Mike,
Long Island.
That's what I'm talking about. So Mike from Redline Python said like 10, 15 years ago, everyone was kind of assholes. Nobody wanted to tell the other person they're working on. Nobody wanted to help anybody out. However, over the last few years, when these newer guys kind of took over, Ozzy really been around for a while. Guys like Miguel from Always Evolving, they become much more humble and willing to help people. So like the hobbies really evolved to the point where like everybody wants to see everybody succeed. Because you're not buying one python. Guys have 30 pythons, 40 pythons behind them, and they want everybody to further the hobby, to further the breed, to further the morphs, to see what we can turn all this into. So I think everybody's entering it now, saying they're a newbie. I think we're entering it at a great time because we're going to catch on the upslope. We are going to make a little bit of money. We're also entering it where everybody's humble and cool, and we're actually friends. We're not all cocksuckers.
Yeah, my whole goal out of this has never been the money. I wanted a hobby where I could make some extra cash and do something I love. And at the same time, like, if I never met Baker, I'd never come to New York.
You hit me one more time, I swear to fuck.
That's like no bullshit. Like, no matter how many nurses they need in New York, without meeting him and being able to bring all this shit behind me, I don't come here.
It literally was in the group text we spoke about. He was like, "Bake, you have any extra room?" I was like, "I got 4 bedrooms and 2 baths, bro, and it's just me and my dog." And he was like, "You have room for me? I can do this." At first, I thought it was kind of a joke, and then he was like, "No, I'm serious. No problem. Listen, I have my apartment downstairs that's vacant right now. You're more than fucking welcome." And he keeps saying like, "Oh, like, you know, as long as it's cool with you, I'll stay 4 months or whatever." And I told him, "You can fucking stay as long as you want. I really don't care." Great time minus the collapsing economy. Yeah, I mean.
The economy is not going to be as bad as you think.
With that being said, J-Nug fucked me in the stock market. I'm not going to get into that.
That's true. I guess it's hard for me to see because I work in medical. So this is a fucking great time.
Yeah, I mean, we're both fortunate enough that every 2 weeks or every week we get paid. I mean, I feel really, really badly for the people that aren't getting paid right now, people that are losing money, not able to do the work. Fortunately enough, with police department or with nursing, we're able to get paid on it.
And Kyle, I can't answer all your questions, but either one of us, if you hit us up, we'll answer all your questions, or we'll put you in contact with whoever you need.
If we don't know, we'll ask Billy, we'll ask Miguel, we'll ask Ozzy, we'll ask Mike, we'll ask Porter. So follow us both on Instagram. I'm blue_line_Morphs. He's RACR Reptiles. I'm sure you can find us. If you find one of us, you'll find the other one. So always hit us up. We're always answering.
Yeah, just give me time. Sometimes I'm sleeping. I work nights.
I heard. Actually, you work hard. You're not a firefighter. So 3B, I've heard that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't get any of the stimulus packages.
I got shit. I fucking paid money out of my pocket to get here and almost killed 3 snakes.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, well, that's not your fault. Yeah, Joey. No, I know. My dad's a GC also. So, like,
I feel bad for Joey because I talk to Joey regularly, and he's fucking suffering. This is a hard fucking time.
No, I totally get it.
The kind of shit that he is.
But you know what's funny is my dad's a GC. He's a tile man for like 25, 30 years. I guess you could say graduated to be a GC. And he'll get jobs in East Hampton. That's where these couches came from. They get them free. It's like a $4,000 couch.
Yeah, we got a pit bull laid up on him.
Because of Robinson. Listen.
Hey, but she's a beautiful.
I know, my girl. So I always tell him, I'm not saying anything about you, Joe. But I always tell him he did a job once where he made like 200 grand profit, and he blew through it in like 6 months. Like, why wouldn't you sit on that for like times like this?
Yeah, look at Andrew. He's out of work electrician.
Yeah, that's like I'm very very fortunate to where
just stick with it, bro.
I did go out of I did go out sick. I did test positive for COVID.
Thanks.
And I'm really fortunate for that. I greatly appreciate that from the NYPD here in the city of New York. And obviously, Rob is a nurse, so heart goes out to you guys. Just stick with it. I mean, obviously, we'll be all right. Everyone will be okay.
From a nursing standpoint, I get emails about all the shit that's going on from multiple states because I was just in groups prior to all this. I do see this shit turning around. You might not see it yet from a financial standpoint, but over the next month, I do see it kind of stabilizing, turning around.
Correct. I agree with Rob. I think by the end of April, beginning of May, it'll start stabilizing. However, I don't expect everything to open up until probably July, just because even the example of the Spanish influenza, the flu, right? I think, don't quote me on the numbers, but like 6 million people died during the epidemic and then, or the pandemic. And then once they opened everything up, everyone got excited, the parades, everyone went out. And like 30 million people died just because, you know what, just because you're feeling good or people like myself got over it and they are negative for it, doesn't mean that it's not still rampant or it's not still not going on. So don't expect the country, especially New York State, to open up until I would say July, August.
I wouldn't say it's as bad. Okay, 3B Balls asks, Rob, is the hospital there as bad as the news makes it out? Yeah, you can text us straight up, Kyle. 3B, as far as the hospital, there's what I see from a nursing, from a medical professional standpoint, is I see people like this who got it, maybe had 4 days of just not feeling worth a shit, and then got better. And then maybe a few weeks later had another fever, just wasn't feeling bad. And then, it's kind of right there in the teetering, but they can be at home taking care of themselves. And then I see people when I go to work that are on ventilators that, like, I look at them when I get to work and I'm like, I hope I can do enough to keep this person alive through my shift. And that's seriously where I'm at. That's the swing in dealing with COVID. That's how great it can affect different people. Because I see people, this guy, I talk to him every day when he told me he was positive, even before. And it was nothing. It's just like, yeah, I feel okay. I'm taking some Tylenol. I'm all right. I'm keeping hydrated. And then I go to work and I'm just like, a ventilator.
Yeah,
it's just, if I can keep him alive for the next 12 hours, I feel like I've accomplished it.
It's as serious as people say it is. Like, I went through everything from a fever to the breathing to the taste, the smell. I was good for like a week, like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
Then it hit me again. Same shit for a week. And like, I'm just now starting to recover a little bit. I still feel a little iffy. But ultimately, like, this is no joke. And it has hit people very hard. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I talk about my experience with it, where it popped out of nowhere and it came and gone. But like he said, obviously he's seen it firsthand. We're all hearing about it. Even the doctor that tested me said that people are being affected differently, and there's no variable as to why they're being affected the way they're being affected. In other words, you have guys that are like me that are in the gym and they're healthy, etc., and they get over it really quickly. Then you have people that are also in the gym, healthy and clean, and it fucking crushes them. Then you have people that are sick and they do well. So,
and there's another guy that might still be in here that's lost a family member. Like, I don't want to mention him by name, but like, that kind of hit me hard when it happened because
no, I'm with you.
You just didn't see it coming because, like, I've been a nurse since 2013. I was a cop since '99. You just kind of blow shit off.
I was in 5th grade. 5th grade.
Terrible. You just go through this stuff and you think, it's just affecting other people. It's no big deal. But no, it's affecting people that like I care about, and it sucks. But at the same time, I care about this guy, even though I bust his balls every chance I get.
He is drunk and
every fucking day. But at the same time, I do care about him, and it wasn't even as bad as the flu for him.
Well, you even talk about that. Like, guys that I met on Instagram or YouTube or in the Ball Python community, Rob, Mike, Porter, Saul, all these guys have reached out to me nonstop to make sure I was doing good. Just because, like, I would go dark and I get you say in the group text, like, yo, you good, Bake? On the side. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. We're going to make this a live thing. No, I'm not back to work yet. I was doing better, and then it hit me again. So then I told the sick desk that I wasn't doing well, and I'm still not feeling all that great. Only reason why I'm next to Rob is let's fucking face it, with her every day is really make a difference.
Do you guys want it to be a regular live? You got to let us know.
We'll bounce back and forth between channels and shit. That's not a problem.
If you guys want us to go live once a week, we'll do it.
Well, I'm live. I mean, we'll do exactly what we're doing now. We'll try to cover topics. I actually asked on my Instagram channel if I didn't want to do any topics. I got some shit in fucking Hebrew.
He asks a lot of shit. He cuts a lot of shit up. I ask a lot.
And the other guy asked when Rob is gay, which we know. Do it weekly. Yeah, I mean, Rob's going to be for bare minimum 8 weeks, correct? So we'll try to go live. We'll announce on Instagram. Well, Kyle, if you're on Instagram, how'd you hear about it? You just happen to click on it? Yeah, I guess we should do that.
Like, what night is best for everybody?
I would say Saturday.
I work Saturdays. Remember, I'm Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
We can do Thursday every week.
Yeah.
I'm off.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll announce it, even if it changes.
We'll put a post on Instagram. You guys tell us what's best, basically Monday through Thursday, because I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where?
I mean, we just got to make sure Rob is a good draw for open mic.
I might. That's okay.
That's fine.
Shelby will look at that.
Go to Taco Bell or something. Yeah, it's 1 week is good from Bronx Ball Piper. We know who you are, Jay. Stop saying that. We know who you are.
Jay, are you coming out?
Yeah, so we're gonna put together a get together, whether it's a cookout or just hanging out, beers, whatever.
Pig.
He's convinced we can go hogging in fucking Long Island, which we can't, but we'll explain that when he's sober.
Are there no hogs in fucking Long Island?
Like human female, you call
No,
hogs?
hogs like 225.
I have had bigger. If she ate 280, she ate a lady. Remember that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You know my style. You see my wife. Like 5'1", 110.
40 years younger than you.
Yeah. I don't want to be able to put up a fight, bro.
I won't say that. This is recorded. All right, guys.
I gotta win.
All right, guys. We're gonna go live. Drink beers. We'll try to cover better topics. I guess ultimately this was a success. Coaching for the push. Rob is pushing for the push. In Montana. All right, guys. So ultimately, we're going to go live once a week. We're going to try to do that via Instagram or YouTube, preferably YouTube. We will let you know.
Preferably Thursday nights. That's my night.
We will figure it out. We will announce it and let you guys know. But that's it, guys. Any more last-minute questions? We'll give like 2 minutes to get last-minute questions in.
2? 10. What the fuck? 2.
10 minutes to answer whatever questions you want.
We're at 212 right now. We'll go to 222.
We've been on this bitch for 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Yes.
You're already drunk.
I'm already drunk. You've pissed 17 times.
I have a small bladder. Good job, guys. Thanks, JB.
Any questions before we go?
That's it. You know, we didn't see any of our friends in here except for Redline. Joey.
No.
Actually, everyone we know.
I see Robert Loveless. I see Jake Cuban. He's my friend. All the other ones, fuck them. They didn't show up.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
Where's Porter? I'm kind of pissed off.
Yeah. Blue_line_morphs. If you look at go through the YouTube channel, I always tag everything. Small bladder. I knew it was small bladder. It's ridiculous.
RACR Reptiles, I believe. Is that right? I can't even.
That's your channel, dude.
I don't know.
Ultimately, guys, what was I going to say? Yeah, I have a small bladder.
Yeah.
I know what to tell you.
Super small.
I do. I can outdrink a whale. However, I will pee 175 times. Fuck them. Who's in New York? I'll be. Yeah, I got the New York attitude, right? Fuck you.
Hey, if
Tell me we walked into Walmart. We walked into Walmart so we could pick up shit, and he was like being nice. He was, let me explain something to you, bro. Like, we're not in the South, so like you trying to be courteous and nice to people, it's not going to work. Like, they're going to tell you to go fuck yourself, even if they're working here. Just be aware that everyone's got an attitude and not going to be nice to you.
So I just started coughing on it.
What that cap do? 27, baby, come at me.
27. That's all.
What am I even talking about? You tell me what I meant when I said 27.
World Series, mother.
All right, just making sure. Represent, baby. We a Marlins fan?
Yeah. No, you're a big A-Rod fan. I remember you telling me that.
I never once mentioned A-Rod.
That's all he talks about. He has A-Rod pictures upstairs. That's why we had to film this shit down here.
They really make sense. I was the dog. Gonna make a new profile following you both. Thanks again. No worries, brother. Hit us up. We'll give you our phone numbers. Just text if you have any issues, any problems,
any questions whatsoever.
Ultimately,
I'll answer everything I can, or I'll send them to him. I don't.
And if we don't know, we'll bump it up to the people that know much more than us, which is many people. But don't hesitate to ask, guys, just because that's how we learn, that's how we grow. We're all in this hobby together. We all love these snakes. You should stop drinking. Okay.
Wow. Well, that's the last one for you. This one's the last one for me. Actually, there's like 6 more. Is Shaker still open?
I'll drive. No, I'm kidding. Shelby will drive. We got Uber Eats.
Yeah. Dude, that pizza you got the other night? Holy shit. He bought me, what was that?
You bought it.
Well, I thought I paid for it, but you ordered it.
Yeah, Mama Lisa's. And,
Mama Lisa's pepperoni sausage.
I can't cut him off. He's a generous.
Holy shit, that was.
Yeah, he had real pizza for the first time.
In my life.
Wanna go outside? Easy. Wanna go pee outside?
Joseph, if you do not show up to our cookout, I'll be so fucking disappointed.
Oh, he's gonna come. I want to cut this off, guys, because Rob's gonna start embarrassing us, and then nobody's gonna watch our shit. So listen, ultimately, hit us up on YouTube, blue_line_morphs, RACR.reptiles.
RACR.
Yeah, it's right there. RACR. Yes, you have your banner behind us.
Oh yeah, I put it up on the wall.
You put it up, right?
Myself. You went in and helped me,
guys. When we have this cookout, we're gonna give him water, helmet vodka, just so he doesn't pass out. Ultimately, guys, listen, I appreciate it. I'll say my ending statement. Always be safe. Never watch the 6. And don't drink like Rob. So, all right, guys. Good night. I'm going to end this. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Love you guys. Bye. Bye, Rob.